All right, good morning, Ghana. Welcome to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Today is the last day of the month of March. It is the 31st day of March 2026, and we climax the Heritage Month, we climax the Ghana Month, we climax the Women Month. Of course, it's been a fantastic month. It's been an amazing month. A lot of good news, but also some pockets of sad news here and there. I mean, the month of March, we witnessed another tragic plane crash in the country that took away the souls of two amazing, promising young Ghanaian men who had just sealed a deal to set up a pilot training school in the Volta region. Of course, over the weekend, both of them were laid to rest. And in all of it, all I could see was the amount of faith that their father had. In it all, he was still smiling and, being very grateful and thankful to God. I pray that God grants us all that kind of faith and that kind of strength to be able to withstand some of the challenges that we come across. Of course, also in the month of March, Ghana chalked a major success at the UN just last week, where His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, together with his entire delegation, managed to get 123 countries to vote in support of Ghana's resolution at the UN General Assembly to recognize the slave trade as the greatest crime against humanity. Of course, this is not just a win for Ghana, it's a win for the African continent, it's a win for black people all over the world. You take a journey down memory lane over 400 years ago and go down into history, and you can imagine the kind of destruction that slavery brought to the people. And so kudos to His Excellency the President, kudos to the Foreign Affairs Minister, and kudos to the entire team and the government who was able to make this happen. Of course, in the month of March as well, we saw a lot of sword cutting for numerous infrastructure projects across the country. The Greek Farmers Center, we can talk about the poultry processing centers, we can talk about major roads under the Big Push project that of course has come under some scrutiny from the Fourth Estate. If you listen to His Excellency the President yesterday, when he engaged civil society groups in the country, he ordered a probe into the alleged single sourcing or sole sourcing, as you put it, of some of the Big Push contracts. And so we'll definitely be waiting for the outcome of that probe that has been ordered by His Excellency the President. Of course, before March ended, Otu Ado has been sacked by the GFA. Yesterday, the Black Stars lost by 2-1 in Germany. And some would argue that if not for the number of offside goals that the Germans had, it would have been worse than that. But yes, Otuado is gone. We'll definitely have that conversation later on the show to understand what the next steps would really be for the Black Stars of Ghana. Aside that as well, also in the month of March, so many other things happen in this country, and I'm sure that as time goes on, we'll do some throwbacks, we'll talk about a few of them, and then we'll move on. But later today on the show, we'll have two conversations. One will discuss the recent, disaster that happened at the Accra New Town, where we're told that some 3 people have lost their lives as a result of the collapse of the uncompleted building, and over 20 have been rescued so far. That's the latest information that we have as far as that is concerned. We'll have a conversation about that. Yesterday, remember that I spoke a lot about structural integrity. So we're bringing in some architects and some developers to walk us through some of these things. We'll also talk to some executives of the Gunjaland Youth Association about the 50th anniversary celebration that's scheduled to happen from the 2nd to the 5th of April 2026 in BP. And so we'll have that conversation as well on the show briefly today for you. Before I let you go, one quick word of motivation that I can give you watching me today, especially if you're a young person out there who's watching me this morning. What I want to tell you is that the greatest asset you can ever have as an individual is the value you build for yourself. And that value that you build for yourself would come from the skills that you acquire and master, and how you're able to properly utilize those skills to your benefit and to the benefit of society in general. And so if you're a young person out there, your major focus should be on adding value to yourself. If it's academic value that you want to add to yourself, make sure you do that and do it well. If it's vocational skills value that you want to add to yourself, do that and do it well. Most often than not, the only thing that would save you in this life that is riddled with numerous challenges, especially in our part of the world, I tell you that if you're born in Africa, the world is already leading you by 1-0. If you're born in Ghana, it is 2-0. If you're born in Ghana and you're born in some rural part of Ghana, it is 4-0 or 3-0. If your parents are not well to do, it is 4-0. If you don't have an opportunity to go to school, it is 5-0. So you realize that the more you look into your situation, the more the life is already leading you by several steps. The best thing you can do for yourself in such a situation is by adding value to yourself. If you learn a skill and you learn it well, you will not need any government to provide employment for you. You will provide the employment for yourself. All the government needs to do is to create an enabling environment for you to be able to thrive. Now, most often than not, a lot of us look down on some jobs. We look down on some careers because we feel that people who do these things do not add up. Who are they? They don't belong to society. You know, they are in the lowest chain of society. But you know, the interesting thing is that these people are even more well placed, because these are people who on a daily basis would earn a living, genuine living, sustainable income, because every day they are working and every day they are eating. Those people and those professions and careers that we underrate, these are people that we require every day of our life. You don't want to be a shoemaker, but you need the shoemaker to make your shoe. You don't want to be a tailor, but you need the tailor to make your dress. And when they are not delivering, you get angry. That's how important they are in the scheme of things. You don't want to be a barber or hairdresser, but you need them, the beauticians. You need them to look nice. You don't want to be a mason, but the masons put up your building. They plaster your rooms. You don't want to be a painter. The painters paint your rooms. They paint your houses. The carpenters make the chairs that you sit on. The Indomie vendor that you are underrating, that you're looking down upon, that Indomie vendor, when in kitten catches you in the middle of the night, it is that Indomie vendor that you go to. And so no profession, no career, no job should ever be looked down upon. And I tell people every day that be proud of your hustle. Be proud of the things that you do. So far as it puts money in your pocket, and it puts food on your table, and it pays your rent, and it gives you clothes to wear, pays your hospital bills, and takes care of your family, be proud of it and do it well. Because the people that laugh at you will not come to your aid when you're going through challenges. Take this morning as we end the month of March. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more after this.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation, with special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwewu Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Welcome back to the show. My name is Ewura Adams Karim. The team is seated. Na Oyokote is here with us this morning, as well as the Mandem Randy Aji is also here with us this morning as we serve you the best of breakfast on the Breakfast Cafe. Karen, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome. Charlie, only your shoe. Unfortunately, viewers cannot see the shoe, but yeah, me and the see, I'm Charlie. Only the shoe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Charlie, what be the action?
Yeah, Karim, I'm fine. How are you?
Cool.
Yeah, everything.
You look excited.
Excited? No.
You look very excited.
I am not.
No,
I'm not.
Oh, why?
Why are you not excited?
Because the Black Stars performed well.
But how would you just draw conclusion and say I'm excited?
The Black Stars performed well. Looks like you're happy about it.
Oh yeah, at least. I mean, if you look at the performance they put up yesterday, much better than what we saw on Friday against Austria.
Okay.
I mean, we played against a better side.
Okay.
Should I say better side, or one of the preferred choice, or yes, one of the teams that is likely to win the World Cup. Okay. Yeah, very possible. And I mean, it was a sweet defeat, or a respectable defeat in football. That's the term they use. I mean, so if it's about the football thing, yes, I'm okay. I mean, I just feel that we need to do more. Yeah, we need to do more. But there is hope. With what I saw yesterday, especially the second half, there is hope. If Austria could beat us 5, I mean, the anticipation is that when we meet Germany and the others that play like Germany, we'll be molested by like 5, 6, 7, 8. But I mean, eventually it ended. How many goals? 2 goals to 1.
With some offside goals.
Yes. I mean, that's part of the game. Offside goals are not count. I mean, we don't count them. They are not counted at all once they are offside goals.
But you know, we in Germany, it's always been a tight.
Yeah, there's that history.
Because mostly that draw
a slim victory. Yeah. And I mean, there is a lot of history between Ghana and Germany. You can talk about the Ghanaian internationals that played in Germany, played in top teams. You can talk about Bayern Munich and the others as well. So quite a number of them. I mean, even recently, you can talk of the switch Kevin Prince Boateng, and all of that. Even our head coach himself, Otto Addo, his stints in Germany with what's the name? What's the name of that team? Borussia Dortmund. Yes, I'm sure it's Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund.
The yellow people.
Yeah, the yellow people. Yeah, exactly, and all of that. So, and we even had a German-born Ghanaian play for us as well. I think the Korn, if that's his name.
Okay.
Yeah,
the right wing.
Is it right
or
back? Yeah, I think
right back.
Right back. Yes, exactly.
Right back. Yeah.
He also a German born and all of that. So there is that history between Ghana and Germany. For me, I think it was really a test on the team. Okay. And what I observed, what I watched, gives me that hope that we can do better when we get to the World Cup. And I think I don't know about the coaching side. I don't know if we are starting is that a conversation for the morning?
Oh no, I mean, I've just asked you. I say you look excited because it looks like you're happy about the performance of the Black Stars yesterday.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'll say I was impressed yesterday. Okay. I'm okay with it. Though we lost, but we lost honorably. I'll put it that way.
There are a number of offside options.
Yes, but that's part of the game. Defenders deliberately set offside traps.
Yeah, granted. Yeah. So
it's part of the game. You outwit the strikers. You are just being smarter than the strikers. So it's part of the game. It could be part of the tactics.
How did it happen by chance?
Which one?
The offside.
The one we scored or they scored?
No,
they scored. No, which chance?
It didn't happen by chance.
No, not at all. Oh, no. Don't underestimate our players.
But one thing I don't understand is what's with the penalties. In the game against Austria, there was a penalty. In this game yesterday, there was another penalty. You see, so clearly there's an issue with our defense.
Okay, yes, and this is my problem. I mean, not a problem, but I feel this is what we missed over the period. Okay. You see, football is about telepathy.
Okay.
Karim and Randy and we've been doing this show for almost a year and over. Okay. So we know each other. We are very good. Okay. Karim, even if you sleep and wake up, you know what I can do on the show. Yeah. It's the same way I believe in you. Do you get a point? So that's how football is. Jiko has been playing with who? Somebody for all these years. Yeah. There is a new guy, JT, that joined. I mean, this is not his first major outing with the Black Stars anyway. Okay. But I mean, the telepathy seemed not to be working. There is no connection. And if you watch along the line, there was this miscue by the JT guy, and Jiku was not too happy about it. He had to tell him, you know, I think it was one clearance that got us a free kick.
This one.
This very one, exactly, this very one. You know, that was when
very
Jiku,
wrong tackle.
Very.
Yeah.
And that was when Jiku told him that no, and he was lucky to go away without being shown the red card, because he could have been deemed as though he was the last player tackling I mean, Kai Havertz and all of that. So he could have been a red card, if not for maybe a friendly game and all of that.
That was a good penalty,
a free kick.
Yeah.
I also think that with Ajete, a little bit of inexperience.
Who is he? About the bank free him?
Well, I don't know much about him. Don't push me too hard to that one. But I'm saying inexperience in the sense that with the Black Stars, the playing mate, the partnership. You know. I mean, Karim, no matter what, when you have a partner, you need to know that partner. There must be some connection. You understand? Yeah. You can mention when Puyol was playing against Sergio Ramos. No, not Puyol and Piqué. Sorry. Barca. Puyol and Piqué and all of that. Rio Ferdinand, and I mean, you can just mention even Black Stars, John Mensah, Jonathan Mensah, and all of them. You know, so he worked perfectly for them. But we can't be too hard on Ajete. To be sincere, yesterday's penalty, and again, I have asked the questions. Can we review that law? Because Karim, naturally, you don't expect me to play ball with my hands tied at the back. Do you get the point? If you watch carefully the penalty that was awarded yesterday, he tried exactly. He was trying to pull the hand to the back. There was no way he could have avoided it.
So it's ball to hand?
Well, no. I mean, because it took VAR to take this decision. But I'm saying, can we look at the law on this in a different manner? Can it be reviewed? Because as it stands now, that is the law, and that was what was applied. But can we review it so that we can avoid some of this? I feel, Charlie, it takes away the shine and then the taste of the game.
But that's the beauty of the game too, anyway.
But Karim, it goes against, you know, football, because that was not intentional.
Football without controversy is not football. It thrives. Football thrives.
Then there is no need bringing the VAR.
That's why. So some of us had issues with VAR.
Yeah, then there is no need bringing the VAR.
When you do that, you take away the sweetness and naturality of the game.
Now, this is what I'm saying. Kindly bring it back. Look, the guy turned his face elsewhere whilst defending the ball.
No, I think he was trying to use his back
to block the ball.
To take it.
You get the point. So, I mean, so you can't be too hard on him if that is the point you are building. So I think he's a very promising guy. He can do it if consistency remains intact. Do you get my point? And so that is it. For me, the other thing I feel we lost over the years, and on the Otto Addo issue, it's a two-edged sword for me. And I'll explain. The problem I had with Otto Addo is that this is not the first time Otto Addo is coming to Black Stars. He's had a 1.0, right? And he left. Otto Addo played Ghana Black Stars. He knows the in-totals of the team. Do you get the point? You've built a team in the first era. When you go back, where are all those players? Where are all those players? Because it's not more than 10 years. There are other national teams that have maintained their players for almost 10 years or more. Cristiano Ronaldo is still playing for Portugal. Do you get the point I'm building? You can name a lot of other old players that featured some 10 years, 8 years, 5 years ago who are still part of the team. What happened to all those beautiful good players that he built that team around in the past? Push it down to the recent AFCON that we went and we performed poorly thanks to that goalkeeper. Anything? Richard Ofori. Where are all those players? The core of the team at that time. Okay, we've decided to just do away with all of them, keep just one or two of them in the team. Do you get it? Okay, now you've had the opportunity again to come back 2.0. How well have you coordinated the team? You have been watching Otto Addo's output. Today you bring this person in, tomorrow you bring that person in, you take that person out. It's like where we have gotten to. And if this Matre Makwe has gone, we can't continue doing Matre Makwe.
Matre Makwe.
Is it Matre Makwe or Matre Makwe? Matre Makwe. Okay, Matre Makwe. Enough of it. Do you get the point? Look, I have told somebody that the Austria game and then the Germany game that we played yesterday, we're going to be two major games for us to play before the World Cup. I understand there are some friendlies coming up later, but how competitive will they be as compared to these two? Otto should have gotten his 11, starting 11, even against Austria.
Yeah.
Then we know that yes, when we sleep and wake up, from number 1 to number 11, these are the players that will be playing at the World Cup. That's what other teams did. Then maybe in the second half or second game or so, you can decide to just tweak it a little bit, bring in some of the other players that you wanted. You want them to be part of the team. But look at the selection we had in the first game. Look at the selection we had in the second game. There seemed to be that sort of disconnect all throughout, and they didn't gel. The players didn't gel. It didn't work out for us in the first game, especially against Austria. It was a shambolic performance. You get it? So I feel he failed on that tangent also. And so for me, yes, like I said, it's a double-edged sword for me. I am happy they've taken that decision to let him go. But on the other side too, Charlie, who is going to come in at this time? With how many days to the World Cup? Who will come in and form a new team and lead us to the World Cup? Who knows these players? Who will now come in and know these players, in a space of how many months? A month or two to prepare. And that's what I'm saying. We don't even have any major competitive game in the coming days. I don't know about the games, though. I hear there is a Mexico clash and all of that, if that is right. But how competitive would they be as compared to what we saw yesterday and what we saw on Friday? Bear in mind, the closer the tournament, the more the players are cautious. Because every player would want to go and play at the World Cup. So fear of picking injuries will be a concern to most of them. So you might not necessarily get the 100% output of them in any of the other friendly games coming up. You see, and that's why I had that particular problem. I feel maybe we could have maintained Otoado. It's my view, right? If we had to fire Otoado, we could have done that on that second appointment. And I recall even the minister, when he took over, he mentioned something like that. Why didn't we bargain? That would have been much better, because we would have taken that decision way ahead of where we have found ourselves. Now I feel it is late. I just feel it is just too late to get Otto out of the team at this point. Maybe it might have an effect on us. But Karim, I also think that, before I land, the absence of key players affected the team. Okay. We have seen Isahaku all these years. I don't know why you would have to put Isahaku on the bench only to bring him in the second half. Well, he scored that goal for us, but would the result have been better if he had started the game? You get a point. Remember, I made that example that I thought by now Otoado should have known his starting 11, because this same Isahaku guy, you have seen him. He's featured in the Black Stars not once, not twice, not thrice. We know what he can do. You get it? Could we have done better if Isahaku had started the game? Now, the unavailability of Mohamed Kudus, look, don't downplay it. Aside Semenyo, Kudus is the next in line when it comes to our top players.
And he holds the midfield well. Distributes the passes. He's able to hold on to the ball for a bit. He has his own way of doing things. But it looks like yesterday we're just anyway.
His injury has had that toll on him, and even his club Tottenham, they're still struggling. They miss his presence. So the unavailability of Kudus also is really affected us on Friday, affected us in yesterday's game as well. Semenyo can't carry the team all alone. That is why Jordan needs to up his game. He needs to step up as the captain. He is no longer that younger boy, that young boy in the team. He's no longer that small boy we saw some 15 years ago. He is now the captain, El Capitano of the Black Stars. The badge you are wearing is a big one. He needs to up his game. He needs to carry the team like how his brother used to. He needs to be seen everywhere.
What happened to his brother? I thought we were going to invite him.
Well, where is he? What does he play?
He's playing.
But you see, the playing in the Black Stars is earned.
Okay.
It's based on merit.
But he's been there before.
You remember he got to a point. He was out of the game for a while. He didn't even get it. He didn't have a team. He didn't have a club and all of that until recently. Is he playing in a Division 1 or so?
We're looking at, in terms of experience.
Yes, Karim, good.
He's been there for a long time. He understands the terrain. We are going for a World Cup. We definitely need the presence of somebody who has been there, done that before.
I agree.
Right? And so you look at the present team we have, take out Jordan, take out Kudus, take out Isaku, take out the Jiku. Who else again? You know, has Pate. Who else again has experienced the World Cup? You know, and has the kind of experience that Dede has. I'm just making a point. So I mean, if he's playing it now, well, we might as well find a way to include him, even if he's not part of the starting 11. At least from time to time, you can bring him in to change the dynamics of the game because of his experience that he has. You know, there was a time we were making calls for even Asamoah Gyan to return. I'm just saying.
I think you have a point. That I personally didn't like the idea of just dropping the day off just like that. If for nothing at all, he still has that experience. You know, he scored a lot of. I think if he's not
he's a World Cup winner
as at now, I stand to be corrected.
He's an under-20 World Cup winner,
and he's garnered that experience over the period. He knows how to manage game. But Karim, that's what I'm saying. Would you rather keep that experienced player over somebody who probably can offer bigger and better than him? It's a question.
But who?
It's a good question as well. Who now? You get it? So I feel yes, maybe if he had gotten a team earlier than now, it would have been easy. But I mean, we don't know. He can easily feature in the World Cup squad. It's very possible that it can happen.
He has to blend with the team.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So we have some upcoming friendlies. I just don't have the fixtures of head, but I think there are a couple of games ahead of time before the World Cup itself. And it wouldn't be bad adding him to the squad. Absolutely. But don't we have other Karim, the players we featured, we had yesterday aren't bad. These are the crop of players that are doing well with their clubs in Europe. Yes, they might come in the second half or play some 20-15 minutes and go, but their presence is always felt.
Absolutely.
Do you get it? Their presence is always felt. Absolutely. People criticized the guy with the blonde hair. What's his name? The guy who partnered Partey in the midfield. Zibo.
Okay.
You know, people criticized him, but I'm saying that look, this guy plays well for Real Oviedo. He might not necessarily get the regular playing time and playing all the time, but once he features, he gives his best.
Okay.
Do you get it? He gives his best. So these are the players we have. Let's work with them. They are not bad. The Con guy I mentioned, he's not bad. He plays well. He does. He's a team that has a flying player in the EPL playing for Ghana. Semenyo, what else do you need in your team? I mean, it's just about how well these players coordinate. I mean, the connection, as you mentioned. If they're able to get a connection on Charlie, because I saw agency yesterday. Partey needs to up his game. Thomas
Partey is going through a lot.
Yes. Then should we excuse him?
But you also need.
Should we excuse him?
You also need Partey in the midfield.
I mean, regardless.
You can't do without Partey in the midfield. It's just the same way we are complaining that Kudus' absence has affected the team. Now you know very well that Partey and Kudus play well together, usually in the middle, because Partey would usually do the distribution. Kudus does the long runs. He does the dribbles and all of that. Tries to get into the 18, take a shot or get a penalty for us. Now, the moment you lose Partey, you don't have Kudus, and there's a problem. You get it. In the past, you had the likes of the Tony Anans and all of those people. You had the Ajimambadus. There was a team. Like what? Yes, I was asking somebody what's happened to Black Stars, because you compare what we saw in the 2006 World Cup in Germany. You compare what we saw in South Africa, and Charlie, there's a vast difference. So what's happening to our Black Stars team? Maybe we also want to throw some light on our FA and how perhaps they're a contributing factor to all of this. But I also want to lose sight of the fact that they may be way more, better players out there, even in our local leagues, who do way better if you put them on the international stage. 2 weeks ago, I was in my alma mater. We're celebrating our 75th anniversary. Yeah, you can see the club, beautiful club. So I was there 2 weeks ago to watch their, sports gala. And Charlie, I saw beautiful football. Beautiful football. And I asked myself, so all of these talents are in this country. Why are we not identifying them? Why are we not preparing these young chaps for, our national team? And it brings us back to the issues of intentionality. How intentional really are we as a country? How well are we investing in sports? How well are we investing in grooming the next, generation of football talent, of the Abedi Peles, of the Anthony Abuas, of the CK Akonos, and the John Man says why just say GFA, you have to sit up. You have to sit up. I don't have anything else to say. We just look forward to what the days ahead will present. Randy, anything else to share? Or you are done?
Well, so I think that by and large, we are ready. See, make nobody do yawa. Make nobody talk anything. The Black Stars is a formidable side. Yes, the Black Stars. I say the Black Stars. Now you don't want to talk. Now says she doesn't want to waste her time on Black Stars. But I'm saying that no matter what, Black Stars of Ghana will shine at the 2026 World Cup. They will. They will. They really will do that. Yesterday's game, for me, I'm saying it has given me that it has actually revived my confidence level in trust in the Black Stars. Yes, we will. Black Stars we will do. But I don't know if we should hear from our viewers, Karim, on this. Now, you've not said anything about Black Stars. You don't go talk about Black Stars. The way you are behaving is not. You are not a Ghanaian.
No, I am a Ghanaian.
We are ending the Ghana month today.
See, no.
But how do we end the Ghana month with a defeat?
So you see.
And yes,
but I think again, you see, we were here when the Jersey trend all came. We are anticipating the World Cup. Why Jersey Ajalane? You know how much some of the jerseys was? The one you know how much I got it.
But that's the support.
It's a support.
That's the little way.
Now we are doing *899#.
Yeah, I've even done it this morning.
I just did my own.
Yeah, I just did it.
Contribute
every day. I do it like 5 times.
I just did my own this morning.
Then people will go there, they'll do 5-1 and come. Yesterday's scores was what?
2-1.
2-1. So we've reduced it.
Yo.
But it's better. We played against Germany.
So the next game will be 1-1. Then the next game, then we'll win by 1-0.
Then when we get...
But the World Cup, who are the teams? Which teams do we have?
Panama.
Panama.
That is what people will be here.
You know Panama? Panama.
I don't know.
Oh, Panama. You've never been to Panama? Eh?
No.
Go, Panama.
You were there?
Panama.
You've been there?
Panama. Oh, what will you even go and do there? Panama. Who beats them left, right, center?
Sure.
Panama will beat them first. Which other teams do we have in our group? Croatia. Croatia, we can manage them. Right? So it's good we played against Germany yesterday.
Okay.
At least the European countries, we know how they can fare. We can hold them boot to boot. England. England. Or England is not in the group. England is there. Yeah. England. We'll beat them.
And the fourth one is?
Ghana, England, Croatia. Panama, Croatia. Yeah, so 4. Yeah. We'll beat them. At least we can settle for a draw with Croatia. Beat England, beat Panama. We will go. Oh, we will.
Randy, I want to believe you.
But you are a staunch believer.
Hey.
A prophet has told us that we will go to...
Which prophet?
What's the name of that guy?
That will fail all the friendlies, but we'll go to the quarterfinals.
Yes, the guy said quarters.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, so if one young guy.
Did he add a condition to it?
No, he didn't. He was so sure. Even after the Austria game, I don't believe. I won't gamble in that. But I believe in what I see. What the guys have put out yesterday. That is what I am believing in. But I'm just saying that you are a staunch believer. So why do you doubt what the prophet is saying?
Did I tell you I know the prophet?
But we will do. Black Stars will. You see, if you're an Arsenal fan, you get used to some of these things.
People have some kind of crazy faith. People have been following Arsenal since. They keep breaking your heart, but still, your faith is the Arsenal. That's the same thing you are translating.
Yes. We can't give up. Until we win the trophy, we can't give up. And this is the year Black Stars will prove to the whole world that the reset is resetting. We are resetting all facets of the economy. Everything under this economy, they are under reset. Black Stars, we saw how bad they were some years ago. This is the time to prove to Ghanaians that, look, we are resetting. So let's see. But I mean, let's hear from our viewers what they make of the game yesterday.
But let's hear from our viewers.
Ask. Is it to me or to who?
To the two of you.
Okay,
and even to our viewers too. So now that they've sacked Otuado, who are they going to bring?
I don't even know. Good question.
Like within this short period.
Good question.
Who would want to take that risk?
Zinedine Zidane. But can we pay for a good pair of hands as far as the coach is concerned? Do we have enough money? How much is Otuado taking?
I don't know.
And if we are going to bring in Ano Bruni with that I mean, high repute.
I just hope it's not Milo who come with Nido again.
If Milo is not a bad coach, oh.
No, I'm saying that I just hope it's not going to be a Milo who come with Nido. Because Milo has this Nido following him as a
yeah, it's true. There was a Nido as well, right?
I just pray it will be a Milo coming with a Nido again. If you are going to get a coach,
what A1 to me?
Let's get one.
We just add A1 bread and granola pastry.
We want this way.
No, but that's the point now. Who comes in to replace Otuado at this stage?
Let's go back for this man who is going to Sudan. What's his name?
Kwesi Appiah.
Yeah.
No.
Why no? Why no?
Kwesi.
Why
we
no?
gave Kwesi two opportunities. I mean, 2 times.
But you know that, you see, one thing that we are losing sight of is the fact that our Ghanaian, team is usually not without interference from the FA.
Okay.
And that's mostly where the challenge is. You realize that when we bring in the foreign coaches, they perform better than our people. Because the foreign coaches most often than not...
That's even debatable.
We usually not...
Because if you watch almost all our victories at the AFCON, it has always been the local coaches. Yeah, at least the 4 or the 5. Is it 4 or 5 times?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has been local coaches.
Okay.
I mean, you've forgotten that we even went to one of the tournaments with mainly local players. Yeah. I've just forgotten the years, but I mean, most of the tournament that we won.
You're an older man. So
yeah. I was there. I saw everything.
During Abedi Pele's time, you were a sports reporter.
I was there. Yeah, I was a reporter.
Why not?
Really?
During Abedi's time, yes. I was there.
Hey, Randy, you started early.
Yeah.
He's behaving like Godfred today. we have a caller on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm blessed. My name is Yusuf.
Your name is?
Yusuf.
Yusuf, let's hear you. Where are you calling us from?
All right, I'm calling from...
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You are calling from?
Tampa.
Right, let's hear you.
All right, so I think that Duato is a good decision. Yes, because looking at how he was approaching games, he wasn't preparing for other teams to prepare for him. He was rather waiting for the team's appearance before he will bring out his game plan. So he wasn't a good choice for our team into the tournament.
Okay, Yusuf, thank you very much for your contribution there. So 055-269-7939. Do want to call and let's hear your thoughts on whatever is going on with the Black Stars and GFA. Was it good that they've sacked the coach Otuado now? What do you make of the whole thing? Do you think we are going to do well in the World Cup and all? Let's hear your thoughts. But guys, who are we going to get? Do we have another caller? Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hi, your name and where you are calling from?
I'm Joel and I'm calling from Dabala.
Okay, Joe, can you speak up a bit?
Okay, I'm Joel. I'm calling from Dabala.
Right, let's hear your thoughts.
So, sacking Otuado can be a best decision, but within the time that we have to be able to prepare for the World Cup, who is there to replace him? Who is there to replace him? Many things Ghanaians forget is that someone will try to some extent and somebody finishes. But Otuado is doing his best. He's actually doing his best. It's one thing to teach as a teacher when the students play and write and say, Otuado is not on the pitch. You can tell the players to do whatever he's teaching them, but they do different things. And that is one thing that Ghanaians are forgotten. But yesterday's game, I think I see an improvement in it. And I say we can bring it back to send them into the work.
Right. Thank you very much, Joel, for sharing your thoughts. Yeah, you can still call in to share your thoughts to 055-269-7939. Let's get to know what you think about the whole Black Star performance moving into the World Cup and the sacking of Coach Otuado. Do we have another caller? Hello. Hello. All right. Karim and Randy.
Yeah.
People, let's find a solution for the GFA.
I know me. I've never really believed in Charlie. Always we sacking coach, because every time we say we sack the coach. Every time we sack the coach. Every time we sack the coach. I mean, would it really be the coach all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're getting my point, Randy. Like, can it always be that the coach is a problem? You know, I don't know, but
yeah, but if we have the materials and they are unable to give us the results, of course, who is leading the material? Who is putting the materials together?
Okay,
that's where the question comes in. That's why the question about the coach comes in.
Okay,
we might question the commitment level of some of the players.
Okay,
do you get it? Because the level of output in the national team differs from what we usually see
in their clubs. Okay.
Do you get the point I'm building? Okay. Right? So we can question the commitment level of the players. And that's why some also argue that then we should rather use the local players because they are hungry. They look more hungry.
Yeah.
Do you get the point?
They will die for the country.
Yes. I think we have passed that stage.
Okay.
Because of the experience and then the exposure.
Oh, but Randy, there are countries that go to these tournaments with local players.
But I've just told you that even one of the one of the tournaments we won.
Yeah, we went with
I think we went
players.
with just mainly local players. But the point I'm building is that currently our local league is even struggling. Karim, name 5 players from the local team, like the local league.
Me.
Back then you could have easily mentioned Charles Taylor, Bernard Dombote, Hamza Mohammed. Solomon Asante.
Okay.
I mean, these are players from House of Folk and Kotoko.
You've not mentioned a player from Yingo.
Oh no, at that time Yingo was not in existence. Okay. And Yingo is a Division 2 club.
Okay, but it's local league.
Yeah, I agree. But the point, what I'm saying is that I'm looking at the teams that gave us the stars at that time.
Okay.
There was always an iota of local players in the team because we had a very competitive.
Oh yeah, of course.
Have you forgotten them? Is it Ghana Telecom? No. Not before the Vodafone. Before they moved to Vodafone. Yeah.
Before they moved, it was.
I mean, like they sponsored. They sponsored the league. It was very competitive.
One touch.
Yeah, one touch. One touch. You know, but now.
One touch.
You see,
one touch was there.
And
Ariba.
Ariba. Yes.
Hey, I saw espresso.
You say I saw espresso.
You used to use space phone.
Yes.
Zayn,
yes.
Zayn. I mean, the players will tell you. The players will tell you that when they even go to the stadium, the teams, I mean, the clubs don't really pay. So it is them, I mean, supporters who even give them monies. I mean, I think Stephen Appiah even mentioned that sometimes after the game, this is how he folds his shirt.
And then they keep calming.
Yeah, they keep throwing money into the shirt for them.
We've lost
and all of that. So giving the opportunity to local players, yes, good. But I mean, okay, let's have the caller.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Benjamin. I'm calling from Wayarifa.
Right, Benjamin, let's hear you.
Yeah, I have a problem about the coach they sacked.
Talk to us.
My thought is, I mean, Otuado is no good coach for Ghana. Because Ghana, we have attacking players. You are using them to play defensive game. I mean, how can you tell Antoine Semenyo and Jordan Ayew to defend whilst they are attacking players? So Otuado is no good coach for Ghana. I'm not going to lie. So sacking Otuado is a good thing. Right now, we need to think about the coach that you are going to employ. And it's not going to be a short term. We need to have a coach that is going to be a long term for Ghana.
Right.
Interesting. We need a coach that will be long term for Ghana. And I agree with him. You see, we need to have a system where the coach grows with the players. We've seen many countries do that. You know, they groom the players together with the coach locally. So they build a team from scratch. There's synergy, there's that connection, and all of that, you know. But tell it is what it is. But viewers, yeah, you can still join the conversation. 055-269-7939. We have another caller on the line.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Your name, where you're calling
Good
from?
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Hussein. From Canada.
Right, let's hear you, sir.
I'm saying that my name is Hussein, calling from Canada.
Fuseni, let's hear you.
Okay. I want to know why they didn't call Kudus and then partake to the team. And then the day you and just, you see, those words they put inside. If not the money, and then this man, they get so Jordan, and they are saying that they are going to sack the coach. They sacked Ochoado twice, and you call him back. Now he's doing well. So looking that those people they face, are they not playing? They are also playing to score. So the players have to do their best. And you didn't call Sudi, you didn't call Pate, you didn't call the guy. That's my problem. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if you watched the game, but Thomas Partey was present. He played yesterday. Jordan Ayew played yesterday. I think the only person who didn't play was Mohamed Kudus, right? Mohamed Kudus. And Mohamed Kudus is out due to injury. Yeah.
But we hope he'll be well before the World Cup.
Hopefully. But yeah. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. Your name and where are you calling us from, sir?
My name is Gabriel, calling from Chado.
Okay, Gabriel. Let's hear you.
Okay, so I think that yesterday's game, the Black Stars did very well. And then I would say that it actually boosts my confidence in the Black Stars.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I think that sacking Otuado is a hasty decision.
Yeah.
And I personally feel disappointed. Well, we are not happy that he's not giving us his first 11 yet. But I think that Otuado should be given a chance.
Very well.
I believe that Black Stars will do extremely well. And very, very well. Thank you.
Very well. Gabriel, thank you. I think it's the same sentiment I shared earlier. In as much as we feel that Otto has not given us the results over the years, I think that, Charlie, we just had to keep him to take us to the World Cup. At least yesterday's game, as Gabriel mentioned, was much better than what we saw on Friday. So it means it's work in progress. Gradually we can easily get there. Now we're going to hire a new coach who will now come to understudy the players before taking a decision. Well, there is another caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Tiki. I'm calling from Buku.
Okay, let's hear you.
My thought about this is that the coach is doing really well, but the fault is from our midfield. The midfield is not strictly tight. We must strengthen them at the midfield. That's my only thought. And the Black Stars did well yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, very well. Thank you. And that's it. It was the same thing I said. If we are, we're able to keep that margin of goals, just 2-1 against Germany. We've done well. We've done better than against Austria. How will Austria score us and beat us by 5-1? You know. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Frank.
Frank, let's hear you.
Please, we got live yesterday when on suffering, so I didn't get a final score. So how was the scores?
2-1. It ended in favor of the Germans.
Oh, okay, that's fantastic. But you know what? Let's compare the team Germany to Russia. Germany to Russia. When it comes to football, we are far better than Russia. And you know, when we look at some of the mistakes to take decisions, and you can see that we are making a mistake. And you know, look at the team that plays. How many players made them qualify? Look at it. You know how it is. Ghanaian coaches. Look at how he treats the coach of Ethiopia. He went to Sudan. He made the Sudan team to what? To win trophies. Look how, even when he was going, the Football Association was owing him for 6 months salaries. And let's look at the coach Ado. No matter what, the players, look at how many changes we do. Look at how many changes. I think only just 2 or 1. And look at the Germans. It means the FAs and these people, MPs and those things, they have their nephews and their sons and their brothers. So they impose them, not those players to the coach. So use these players to play. So you cannot even change them. You let them play for the end of the time. So we shouldn't blame the coaches. We should blame the FA and the team. That's like football association. We should blame them. They are doing the wicked things. So we shouldn't even give the coach even the mistake things at all. So we should wake up and channel those things. Look at how people play, and you just compare the German team and the Russian team, because we have not.
Right. So sorry, we lost you, but Charlie, it is what it is. The coach is gone. I'm not sure anything can change that narrative, right? Very unfortunate that he needs to go in that manner. But what next for the Black Stars? Who is the preferred candidate to take over? That's a big question we should be finding answers to. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yes, your name and where you calling us from, sir?
My name is Gabriel. I'm calling from Sakumono.
Okay, Gabriel from Sakumono. Let's hear you.
I'm very, very disappointed about Ghanaians when we choose leader, and maybe there is one or two things that leader is lacking. Instead of we advise him about that area, we will condemn the leader and send him to hell straight away. And Ghanaians keep on changing leader. When it comes to football, this thing is very, very bad. We don't have a good way of behaving towards leaders at all. We will choose them, and when they go wrong, instead of we let them know what they've done wrong, we will just kick them off. And that is why we will not have opportunity to win World Cup. Never. Otuado came first. You people condemn him. You send him to hell. He went back, and you realize that no, we have to give him a chance. And the man is back now. Now the man is trying. If there's something going wrong, we should be able to let him know that okay, this area you are not trying this area. It's better. Look at the man work hard, and look at where we are now. And now people are condemning the man again. See, sometimes our own doing will go against us. If we kick this man out, I'm telling you, we'll go and fetch disgrace, big one, the World Cup. Let's give this man a chance. It will be better for us. Thank you.
All right. And Gabriel from Sakumono, as well, quite a lot of people think that the decision to sack Coach Otuado was a hasty one. We could have taken it on a lower note as well. But anyway, guys, I think we need to end this segment, right? Maybe final words. Now, you have not said much. Say your final words.
Black Stars will be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We wish them well.
We'll be fine.
I wish them well.
We've raised funds for them. And we are playing raffle for them, so they can't disappoint.
And star 899 hash, please. Let's not lose hope.
Take it again.
10 cities.
Take it again. Take it again. Star
899 hash. Supports the Black Stars. 10 cities. 10 cities. 10 cities. Fanny say free on start to 10 cities. Please don't let their performance hinder you from supporting them. Star 899 hash 10. You can secure your spots to go with them to the World Cup.
You know, interestingly, every day 2 people have the chance to travel.
Yes.
Every day. Two per day. So 2 people will go today. 2 people will stand a chance to go tomorrow. The next day. 2. The next day. The next day till we'll go. So me, I'm still I'm hoping I'll do it again. I've done it twice already. You realize I was on my phone. I'll do it again. Sometimes early morning ones really help. So you do it early morning. They're around 12. They're about to do it again. Then in the evening around 5, you do it again.
1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon.
No, do at least 5.
Okay.
So in a day you can do like 20. Yeah, that's like how much? Yeah, so just throw 20. You are going somewhere. You are going to Canada. Yeah. Don't watch. They will take care of your accommodation, your feeding, blah blah blah, and all of that.
Flight tickets and all.
Everything. Don't call me.
10 star 899 hash.
Yeah.
Let's support the Black Stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone said they will get to the way.
Quarterfinals.
Bam.
So far.
Anya.
So far, we pray you don't jabam when when the time comes. Don't run away. Don't tell us that. Oh no, but there is me. But Karim, finally, you realize that most of the callers didn't really speak bad about the performance. Every other person,
the
realized that
yesterday
the performance yesterday was much better than an improvement of the sort. So
I mean, remember, Otu told us that every meal and how he eats,
he prepares,
and so he has a strategy for whatever game. Of course, I'm forced to side with those who are saying that the sack is very reactionary, and that's what we've always done. That's how we've always been. We always react to issues instead of being proactive. And so perhaps we could have kept O2, for the next friendly, while we're trying to figure out a proper exit plan for him. Now we have about 73 days or so to the World Cup, and we don't have a coach.
But wait, guys, as we are preparing, I want to ask this question.
Okay.
When you sack Otoado, what happens to his backroom staff?
They'll go with him. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they go with him.
But we didn't see that when this guy was sacked. Your friend said the white guy, what's his name?
Milovan.
Chris Houghton.
Oh, Houghton.
Yes, Chris still had. He took us to the AFCON, I'm sure. But he still had. I mean, he had some of these guys. John Pentel.
Some of them. Some will stay, but some will go.
Karim.
Yeah, some will
if
stay.
If you are clearing, clear.
But
because I am asking.
No,
these are people
go,
who
but they will
technically
they will recruit again.
No, the point I'm building is that these are people technically.
Okay.
They support the head coach. With advice, with whatever support. You get it?
Yeah.
So if the head coach is fired for failing, where is he seeking his advice from? Who are the people supporting his team? Kweku is the one leading us. If Wezor fails, we can't hold just Kweku. We'll hold every other person that works under Kweku. Because we contribute to the success of the station. Do you get the point I'm building? He's just a leading figure. Do you get it? So when you're sacking Otto, then the entire team should go. Because the few people that will be left might poison the team. Good morning, let's take a break. Did I say poison?
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, Puma. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Puma, Puma. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the black. Oh yeah, come alive. Puma, Puma. Let me hear you.
Puma Drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the WoezorTV Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The WoezorTV Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the WoezorTV Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.woezorbusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. WoezorTV Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
It's the last day of March 2026. 31st March it is. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Let's take time to celebrate some amazing people this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Who are we celebrating here this morning on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe? 31st March 2026. To begin with, let's celebrate, the ever adorable Stephanie Lodina Sesinam Ato is your first birthday girl. Happy birthday to you. This is coming from your mom to you. She wishes you a great year, a beautiful year, an amazing year filled with lots of God's love and God's blessing. Continue to age gracefully. Stephanie Lodina Sesinam Ato. Happy birthday to you. Let's move on from Ceci and see who we are celebrating again this morning. Alberta Kwe, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Alberta. This is coming from Ronnie to you. He wishes you a great year, an amazing year, a beautiful year filled with a lot of God's blessing. This is coming from here. So Ronnie, the special aid
of the Ifidiakwa North this year, and then Griffin a champ on your call, your son, he says that they love you so much. So Alberta Kwe, happy birthday to you from Ronnie and Griffin to you. They wish you a great year. And moving on from Alberta, let's see who we are celebrating again today. To my ever adorable Francis Nanayawa Sante, happy birthday to you, my love. May this year be a great one for you. May it be a beautiful year for you. May it be an amazing year filled with lots of God's love and God's blessings for you. And may all that you do in this year and beyond be a blessing. Thank you for being such an amazing person in my life. Thank you for being such an amazing figure I can always count on. Yeah, Francis, happy birthday to you. And on the occasion of your birthday, I want to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, I love you. And yeah, have a great year. Have a beautiful and amazing year. Francis Nanaya Asante. And moving on from Francis, let's see who we are celebrating again today. So, to my amazing brother and friend, Johnny Hugo Tavira, happy birthday to you, Johnny Hugo Tavira. We celebrate you so much. If you are an ardent viewer of WoezorTV, you know this face is not a stranger here on WoezorTV. So Johnny Hugo, happy birthday to you. We love you so much from the entire WoezorTV family. Wish you a great year, beautiful year, an amazing year, maybe one of your best years yet. And yeah, may the Lord continue to plant your feet on higher grounds. Happy birthday to you. Away from Hugo, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning here on WoezorTV. So gospel musician, minister Kobe Mante, songwriter, gospel musician, Minister Kobe Mante. Happy birthday to you, man of God. We celebrate you so much here at WoezorTV, and we appreciate you for all that you do. We pray that the Lord will continue to endow you, empower you, and use you for greater things in this year and beyond. Happy birthday to you, Minister Kobe Mante. Away from him, let's see who we are celebrating again here this morning on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Everybody's uncle, everybody's friend, everybody's big brother. Nana agenda, yeah. From the end of the world to Ghana, from Ghana to the end of the world to whichever way it is. We wish you a great year, a beautiful year, an amazing year. Thank you for being that favorite uncle of all of us here. We appreciate you so much for all that you do for us. And on the occasion of your birthday, we can only pray for God's blessing and God's love for you. Wafa, Nana our agenda. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to you. Away from him, let's see who we are celebrating again. Akosia Ajiman, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Akosia Ajiman. May this year be a great one for you. May it be a beautiful year for you. And may all that you pray for be your portion in this year and beyond. Happy birthday to you, Akosia Ajiman. And so that will be it for birthdays this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Thank you to all March Bones, and yeah, happy birthday to those celebrating their birthday today, and belated happy birthday to all March Bones. You made our month very beautiful and very amazing. See you in April with many more celebrations. So yeah, keep your wishes coming into our WhatsApp number 055-269-7939. Let's share in the special day of you and your loved ones on their birthdays. Randy Haji is on standby for newspaper. Randy.
Now, thank you. Let me take you to the dashboard. Let's take a look at what the papers are really reporting this morning, the last day in the month of March, as we keep saying. The front page of the Daily Graphic says, under invoicing rocks raw rubber exports. That story is on page 3 of the paper. You can read the full details there. The man who has been trending recently, the roads minister, the caption says Akosombo Jakiti Kudikope road project ahead of schedule. That's according to the contractor. Galamsey fight lethargic act now. Galamsey coalition appeals to president. That's a story on page 40 of the Daily Graphic. The Chronicle also says Afoko meets other NPP aspirants. The election is coming in the coming days as well. Heave Goodfields has brought renewed hope to Prestia Bogosu Group. Let's move on to the front page of Daily Guide. Complete Agenda 111 project. Nana to Mahama. Team, I think there's a conversation we should be having maybe tomorrow, right? The directive or the advice from President President Akufo-Addo as well. Well, number 1 to testify virtually. That's a story you can grab a copy and read. The front page of the Dispatch says Julius Debra, the power behind Mohammed's global triumph on reparations, okay, and also customs AI rakes in millions a day, revenue projected to increase with full rollout. We cannot confuse participation with responsibility. Dr. Callistus Mahama says that's a story on page 2 and 8 of the paper. The Inquisitor newspaper says illegal mining at Salman, residents petition JM and also Bua. Local government ministry holds special orientation for female MMDCs. Kumasi City 2026 marathon launched. Let's move on to the National Enquirer. Ioko declares Council of State member wanted, but he refutes the accusations. And there you have the picture of the Ioko boss and also the Council of State member there. But more here, newly ordained Reverend Mrs. Rose Asumani celebrated Triumph Assembly of God. Okay, the business analyst, MPA increases fuel price floor for April 1 window, and also big push contracts. Mahama orders probe into all the allegations that they keep churning out there. The Ghanaian publisher says prioritize Agenda 111 completion. Ikufado tells Mahama. That's a story on page 3 of the publisher. MPA steps up anti-fuel siphoning campaign. A story on page 3. Grab the copy and read the details. Salman youth petition government over Galamsey. Daily Times also says NIMOS cracks down on foreign illegal miners in Jansua Forest and also Iowin. MC vows to protect forest reserve. Some other news here. Honorable Dominic JC receives accountability champion honor at Black Star Award Summit. And finally, President Mahama demands explanation of a big push soul sourcing allegations. And that's it with the WoezorTV newspaper review segment. Now is standing by with the WoezorTV reports. Now, what do we have?
Thank you so much, Randy. We have a lot in the WoezorTV report today. But yeah, time for the WoezorTV report. Let's take a look at the headlines. Now let's get into the stories. President John Dramani Mahama has directed his office to obtain a full report by the Fourth Estate on the Big Push Road project. This follows an investigative publication that raised concerns about procurement practices under the program, including the extensive use of sole sourcing and the possibility of inflated costs. The report alleges that the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Govins Abuja, oversaw the award of 81 sole source contracts valued at more than 73 billion Ghana cedis within a 7-month period. Speaking during an engagement with civil society organizations, President Mahama also instructed the Ministry of Roads and Highways to provide a comprehensive response to the allegations to guide any further action.
Expose by the Fourth Estate on procurement processes related to the award of contracts under the Big Push program. While sole sourcing is legal under certain circumstances under our current procurement law, we would all agree that open, transparent tenders are always preferable for achieving competitive pricing and value for money. Although we've seen snippets of the investigation from the media, I've instructed my office to obtain the full detailed report from the Fourth Estate and to conduct a study of the various allegations presented in the report. We're also requesting the Ministry of Roads and Highways to present a detailed response to those allegations made therein in order to inform government's action on the matter. And it is precisely for such situations that I announced that government will introduce amendments to the Public Procurement Act to limit single sourcing in order to promote greater transparency and ensure proper value for the money we spend on projects. I've also requested the Minister of Finance to fast-track the setup of the Independent Value for Money Office, since the amendment to the procurement legislation will require that all single-source procurements be subject to rigorous value for money review. I remain of the conviction that single sourcing must be used as sparingly as possible and would consult with civil society on the new legislation we propose to use to restrict it as a method of procurement.
And in other news, President Mahama also urged the public to remain patient as the extradition case involving former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta unfolds in the United States. Addressing the issue, the president emphasized that the matter falls outside Ghana's jurisdiction and must proceed in accordance with the American legal system.
Extradition of our former finance minister, because it's in a different jurisdiction and I have no control of it. All I know is that Ghana has put in an extradition request, and so we just have to be patient for the laws to play out in that jurisdiction, and whatever the eventual decision is, we cannot change it because it's not within our jurisdiction, and so we just have to be patient and see what happens. But I know there are two parallel issues. One is the extradition request by Ghana, and the other one is the immigration issue. And the arrest was made by ICE for violating immigration status, but then also there's the additional issue of the extradition. But like I said, it's all in the hands of the American judiciary, and it's not within our effort to influence that, and so let's just leave it and see what comes out of it.
Still on the president, he has announced that Ghana has received its first new military helicopter, with 3 more expected to join the fleet. The president disclosed this during the presentation of credentials by 5 new envoys to Ghana, including Her Excellency Diarra Dime Labille, Ambassador Designate of France, on Monday, March 30. He said the acquisition, facilitated with the support of French President Emmanuel Macron, is aimed at strengthening the air capacity of the Ghana Armed Forces, which has relied on an aging fleet in recent years. The delivery of the new helicopters is expected to enhance the operational readiness and rapid deployment capabilities of the Ghana Armed Forces. President Mahama said the modernization of the air fleet reflects ongoing efforts to strengthen national security and address gaps created by years of reliance on outdated equipment.
Version of the President Macron did a new acquisition of helicopters, 4 of them. 1 has been delivered, and we have a timetable for the delivery of the other 4. This is to help the air capacity of the Ghana military, which had been quite degraded over the years, and we have had to rely on aged equipment, and so the fact that Eurocopter has fast-tracked, the supply of the helicopters is something we are appreciative of. There's an outstanding program for the acquisition of offshore patrol vessels to enhance the capacity of the Navy to deal with the increasing incidence of piracy. And so that was a project that was ongoing until the debt restructuring came into place. And so we have been in discussion with the IMF, and we also, when I met President Macron, asked him to ask the IMF to give us a waiver to be able to acquire those offshore patrol vessels, because it has to do with security, and security is important. And so we are hoping that working with you will continue that discussion.
We are definitely ready to work closely with you, and we know how involved you are when it comes to security, the regional security, and by and large security in all the continent, African continent. We're ready. We know how terrorism is. We were a victim of that in France, so we are definitely ready to work with you on that matter. And it will be a very, very important visit And thank you on behalf of the President Macron for accepting his invitation to come to France on the 8th of April, but as well of the 7th of April in Lyon, because I think that all the international community and my country first will benefit of your initiative when it's come to aqua research.
Now, the envoys that presented their credentials are as follows. Her Excellency Diara Dime Labili, Ambassador Designate of France. Her Excellency Rio Orlando Ferreira de Sita da Silva Hexia, Ambassador Designate for the Republic of Angola. Her Excellency Ndiyakupi Ngwamumamata, High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of Namibia. Her Excellency Jacqueline Natepi Ben, Ambassador Designate for the Republic of South Sudan, and also His Excellency Chong Song, Ambassador Designate for the People's Republic of China. Now, in other news, the Finance Minister, Dr. Keselato Forsen, has announced that Ghana has signed its 11 bilateral debt restructuring agreement, this time with the Export-Import Bank of India. In a Facebook post on March 30, Dr. Forsen said the deal supports ongoing measures to stabilize the economy and reduce the country's debt burden. He expressed optimism about Ghana's outlook, noting signs of gradual recovery, and reaffirmed the government's commitment to fiscal discipline. He also stressed the need to avoid excessive borrowing and revealed plans to introduce a new Loans Act to strengthen oversight and ensure borrowed funds deliver direct benefits to citizens. Now, the Ghana Maritime Authority has launched a push to rectify International Labour Organization Convention 185, which will introduce biometric seafarer identity documents recognized at international ports. The move comes after years of limited access for Ghanaian seafarers to some key markets. Authorities said the ratification will make it easier for seafarers to travel without visa restrictions, create more job opportunities, and strengthen Ghana's competitiveness in the global maritime industry. There's more in this report.
The Maritime Authority has initiated steps to ratify the International Labour Conference Convention 185, ILO C185, to improve the global mobility of Ghanaian seafarers. At a stakeholder workshop in Accra, officials engaged key decision makers to build consensus on the convention, which will introduce biometric seafarer identity documents, aligning with global security standards and enabling easier verification at international ports. Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority, Dr. Kamal Dean Ali, says the delay in ratification has limited job opportunities as some countries restrict access without the required biometric documentation.
When it comes to seafarers also, we had a traditional travel document, which we call the SID, Seafarer Identification Document, but it is not biometric in nature. So having a biometrically verifiable document now based on the C185 will equally just allow our seafarers to arrive at every port, be identified through their biometrics, and allowed in to be able to be part of their trade.
Mr. Joseph Kwame Kuma, Member of Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee, backed the initiative, calling for improved maritime security and wider monitoring of activities at sea.
Ghana Maritime Authority must envelope into its system trawlers and fishermen into their system to be able to have a wider coverage.
Maritime expert, Engineer Teddy Mensah, described the biometric seafarer ID as a diplomatic passport, explaining that the current manual system is inadequate and limits employment opportunities.
Actually, this Siemens ID card may sound like a simple thing, but it's more like a diplomatic passport in your hand, because we have realized that more than 90% of world trade is carried by ships, and we need seamen to run these ships, and they need free practice. They need to be able to move at any time that they are required to board ship.
The workshop aims to build consensus ahead of the ratification, expected to boost jobs and competitiveness. For WoezorTV, Ellen Frimpong.
Now, the coalition of traders and freight forwarders are demanding an urgent review of recent trade policies, including the use of an artificial intelligence system in customs valuation, warning it could cripple businesses and drive up prices for customers. The coalition says government must act swiftly or risk industrial action across the sector. There's more in this report.
Of traders, freight forwarders and industry players has issued a call to government to review what they describe as disruptive policies affecting Ghana's trade environment. At a press conference in Accra, the group expressed concern over the implementation of the Publican AI system, restrictions on transit trade, and re-centralization of customs valuation processes. According to the coalition, the AI system currently being used in customs valuation lacks transparency and appears to impose arbitrary values on imported goods, contrary to Ghana's laws and international trade standards. The General Secretary of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, GIF, Paul Mensah, argued that this has led to excessive and inconsistent duty charges, making it difficult for businesses to survive.
We are not opposed to innovation. Let that be clearly understood. If AI can support risk management, anomaly detection, classification review, and intelligence-led enforcement, then it may have a place within the customs environment. But technology in the public revenue space cannot operate as a mystery box. Our position is that we support lawful enforcement, we support revenue protection, we support technology, where it strengthens compliance, transparency, and fair trade. What we do not support is policy action that is rushed, unclear in scope, in consultation, and destructive to legitimate trade.
Meanwhile, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Clement Boati, described the system as unfair and harmful to businesses.
If you look at the way this AI is churning out values, it is unacceptable because duties that people were paying at 60,000 have been doubled. In some cases, have even been tripled and even quadrupled. How then do you pay? Granted that the importer will pay whatever values that you bring it out, you shouldn't forget that the importer will also add it to his cost and thereby hiking prices, which will also lead to high inflation and therefore derail the microeconomic indices that we are all talking about currently.
The group is demanding the immediate review or suspension of the AI system, decentralization of valuation processes, and stronger stakeholder engagement in policy decisions. They warn that failure to address their concerns could lead to coordinated industrial action across the trade sector. For WoezorTV, Rachel Asamoah.
Now moving on, the Ministry of Health has received medical equipment from GIZ Ghana and the IA Integrated Healthcare Initiative to boost the prevention and management of cardiovascular diseases and diabetes across the country. The equipment includes blood pressure monitors, glucometers, electrocardiogram machines, among others, to support diagnostics and emergency response at health facilities. There's more in this report.
Non-communicable diseases has received a major boost with the donation of medical equipment worth over 6 million Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Health. The support under the GIZ IA Integrated Healthcare Initiative is aimed at strengthening the prevention and management of cardiovascular diseases and diabetes, especially at the primary healthcare level. Speaking at the ceremony, Cluster Coordinator for Sustainable Economic Development at GIZ Ghana said the intervention will improve early detection and patient outcomes.
Non-communicable disasters are among the leading causes of illness and death worldwide, and Ghana, unfortunately, is no exception. The burden of these diseases comes to pressure on the health system, to families, to our children, and of course, this is very dangerous. That's why, through the IA Integrated Healthcare Initiative, we believe that access to appropriate, high quality medical equipment is essential.
The equipment will be distributed to over 179 health facilities, including district hospitals, health centers, and CHIPS compounds across 7 regions. Receiving the items, the Minister for Health, emphasized the importance of early diagnosis and reducing complications from chronic diseases.
Across our health facilities, we continue to see increasing numbers of people presenting with hypertension, diabetes, and related complications. Often after these conditions have significantly progressed, in such cases, treatment becomes more complex, more costly, and more burdensome for families and the health system. Yet many of these outcomes can be delayed, reduced, or prevented through early screening, timely diagnosis, sustained monitoring, appropriate lifestyle modification, and continuity of care.
The minister explained that the intervention aligns with government's free primary health care program, which focuses on prevention and early detection, while the Ghana Medical Trust Fund addresses specialized care beyond NHIS coverage. He urged beneficiary facilities to ensure proper use and maintenance of the equipment to maximize its impact. Reporter for WoezorTV, Belinda Annan Kwanza.
Time now for some international news. Now, the U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that the United States will not obliterate Iran's energy infrastructure if a deal to end the conflict is not reached shortly. In a post on his Truth Social platform, Trump said the U.S. will target electric power plants, oil wells, and key facilities if Iran fails to agree to terms and reopening vital shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz. He also suggested that talks were ongoing with what he described as a more reasonable leadership in Iran, expressing hope that an agreement will soon be reached. Now this brings us to the end of the WoezorTV report. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Karen Now-Yukote.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation, with special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwewu Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
On the Breakfast Cafe, my name is Godfrey Amwafo. From the earlier discussion, we heard from Karim and Randy, giving the breakdown of the sacking of Coach Otto after that defeat in the hands of Germany 2-1, of course, yesterday. And let me re-emphasize that GFA has officially parted ways with Coach Otto. And so as it stands now, he is no more the head coach of the Black Stars. And remember, in our last two games, the friendlies, as part of preparation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, we've lost all the two games. The first game against Austria ended 5-1 defeat, and the second game against Germany yesterday ended 2-1. So all Ghana conceded 7 goals and scored 2 in that 2 games, which is absolutely abysmal performance if you are to put in that regard. But of course, a lot of people are also arguing that these are young players, giving them that opportunity and giving series of games, they will improve. But of course, the other side of the argument that he's not the right coach for the 2026 FIFA World Cup has come to play, and so he's no more our head coach. But of course, let's quickly look at the highlights of that game that we played against Germany, which ended 2-1 in favor of Germany in that regard. This is the highlight of that game.
Here's Virts again, weaving his way through, and a block in front coming from Jonas Ajete. And Semenyo finding an outlet in Jordan Ayew.
Oh, he should have gave it to him. Semenyo was in.
Kai Havertz scores with calm and with ease. And Germany goal at the end of this first half. Went it back in the middle of the park, and it should be a foul in favor of the Black Stars, and indeed it is. Stick available for Antonio Rudiger, and it was blocked before it could reach Benjamin Asari once more. Asari off his line once more. More for Ghana, and the Black Star faithful thought that they had their equalizing goal. It was Prince Adu who was making that run at the near post.
But watch Prince Adu's run. This is
up for the first, and
if you go back to the opening, what was it, 5-6 minutes where he has the chance off the cutback. This time it's more.
Delivered Union Berlin man on top of the set piece, finding Jordan Ayew in space. Tries to put it on frame and took 2 deflections as it came off of Raum initially. As Ayew, decent looking ball in, Leonard Carl cushions it down, it's good, that's good. And that's going to be a yellow card for Elisha Owusu.
That pieces from Germany.
Kimmich figured why not. This is certainly a much better performance from Ghana after getting trounced by a score of 5-1, something that Otto out actual home as Kuhn turns the corner. Good chance here, and Fatawu scores. Germany picked apart, and Abdul Fatawu has been on the field for just several minutes, and Ghana are level in Stuttgart.
I know you have more of the highlights on the arena today, so of course you will love to stay on WoezorTV for 7 p.m. to get more of the highlights and the detailed analysis of the game yesterday. In the Isiaku getting that goal for us is also another plus, because it shows that, of course, we have options when it comes to goal scoring. But then still talking about the FIFA World Cup, today football fans in the Democratic Republic of Congo who have been waiting a long time to right the wrongs of the Solidarity World Cup campaign in the 1994 will come to bear. In fact, that was the year U.S. President Richard Nixon resigned over the Watergate scandal. The Rubik's Cube was invented, and Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman. So the last time DR Congo actually witnessed World Cup is the history we are giving you. So of course it's been a long years, so many years that they've been to this final of the World Cup. That is 52 years ago, and so of course today they will have the opportunity to actually come back to the world stage of football. They are playing against Jamaica. You know, should DR Congo win, over 110 million people back home in DR Congo, as well as huge global diaspora, will pray things go better this time than they did in West Germany time when their country competed as there. And so this will be another opportunity for DR Congo. A lot of African countries have sent in their solidarity message to them and also urging them to push harder to make the qualification. And so of course against Jamaica today is going to be another cracker at 10 p.m. and so you put that on your schedule. When you go to Europe, you are going to have some other playoff games. You have which will be the second round. Remember, the first round was last week, and so the second round you're going to have Italy and Bosnia-Herzegovina. In that regard, Italy will be traveling to play that game, and then Czechia will also host Denmark. In that regard, Kosovo will also play Turkey, and Sweden will host Poland. In that regard, so these are some of the games for the World Cup qualification, the playoffs in Europe, and even the intercontinental one, which happens to be DR Congo and Jamaica. In that regard, let me repeat to you that Coach Ado has been fired as the Ghana head coach. Of course, we do not have a coach, or GFA has communicated that days going, they're going to get us technical lead in that regard, and so we are going to have a replacement for Coach Otado. After 2 games, he didn't win any in that friendlies for the FIFA World Cup. My name is Godfrey Amwafo. The show will continue after the break. Do stay.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Good morning, welcome back from the quick break. You're still watching the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. This is the entertainment update with me, Evergreen Asantuana. This morning, we're still talking about the Telecel Ghana Music Awards because, of course, on the 9th of May 2026, we get to see which people poured out in their 2025 year of release, which is in terms of music and all the entertaining stuff that we love. And also our DJ is in the news, so there's more coming your way shortly. But just like I mentioned, the man's name, which is Ara the J, Jesus Christ 2 with Black Sharif. Yes, that's the man I am talking about this morning. And the Ghanaian musician has revealed that wearing a mask early in his career was a deliberate branded move to spark curiosity. Now, speaking in an interview, he said the mystery around his identity helped draw attention to his music and also build interest among fans. Although he has now revealed his face, Ara the J noted that the mask remains part of his brand and may still be used occasionally. And trust me, when I saw Ara the J for the first time, I was like, who is this? So I understand where he's coming from, and I'm very sure that it's not even about being very sure. He actually did it. He sparked that curiosity, because imagine walking into a room, seeing someone in a mask, and then you're wondering, who is this guy? What's with the mask? Like, what's happening, right? I know that Skyface also has something like that, but the Jays, oh my God. But now he also shows us his face. He's also a member of the Asaka Boys. So now they are showing us the faces behind the mask, but he is saying that it will still be a part of his brand, although now he has revealed the face behind the mask. Now let's talk about the TGMAs. And media personality Café has also proposed the use of seat fillers to address late start at the Teletel Ghana Music Awards. Now, speaking on Joy FM, he suggested that recruiting students from institutions like UPSA, Unimark and the University of Ghana to fill empty seats early in the event. And he noted that the approach is widely used at global events such as the Oscars and the Grammys to maintain energy and organization. And there's a video to this.
I would say, you see, a music event also has to have a lot of energy. So the MCs bring that energy to the event.
Yeah.
What doesn't help them is that the event never starts on time. You see, it never helps them. It doesn't start on time. I don't know why our organizers can't start employing students from UPSA and Unimark and UG to be placeholders. With the Oscars and the Grammys, they give free tickets to the student population around the venue. Your brief is to come to the venue dressed in your tuxedo, your suit, the women in their gowns, look beautiful, and sit in the seats that are empty.
Oh, okay.
So that when the event starts at 8 o'clock and it's only half full, you, the students who got your free tickets and the backstage passes to go and mingle with the musicians, you fill the seats. So when the stars come, you get up for the stars to sit down. You know, if the star decides he wants to go and wee-wee and he gets up or she gets up, you sit in. So every time the room looks full. I suspect that these are our awards, and most events in Ghana don't start on time because they want the room to be full.
Yeah.
And it's because we have a trotro mentality in Ghana. You know how the trotro thing is?
Yes.
The trotro takes maybe 20 people. 19 people have entered the trotro, and now we're waiting for one person.
Yes,
before we can wait for 30 minutes. Last man. Applause, last man. So that delays. And the guy who got there.
And I absolutely agree with you when it comes to the trotro mentality, because of course we see it almost every single time. It's so annoying when you board a trolley and then you have to stop along the way just so it can be filled. You know, sometimes it's chaotic, sometimes it can be crazy. So I absolutely understand and I can relate. Of course, I'm a Ghanaian, so this is just an advice to the TGMA board, which is Charterhouse, and the people involved. Maybe we could just do something new, something different this year and see how far that would go. Now, away from that, some movie stories, and Ghanaian actor Lewin also is calling for transparency in the distribution of the government's 20 million Ghana cedis film industry fund. Now, in an interview with Ghana Web, he stressed that the investment will only make an impact if it reaches active and deserving filmmakers, warning against allocating funds to inactive players. And he added that proper support could significantly improve film quality and boost Ghana's global presence. And that is also it with Lewin.
And my last story this morning, Ghanaian rapper Boje has also made some remarks, and he believes that the long-running rivalry between Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale continues to drive excitement in the music industry. Now, speaking on Asempa FM, he suggested that a complete reconciliation could reduce competition energy in the space, while acknowledging the impact of the importance of unity. Boje said the tension between the two artists has historically helped sustain interest in Ghanaian dancehall, though personal issues should be handled privately.
The movie goes on because if we are case closed over there, they hug. Now we say, oh, we are now one. I don't think their careers will be now competitive again. So Stonebwoy is actually smart saying that unless Stonebwoy means what he's saying, if he means what he's saying, I'll not advocate for that kind of blessings. Because, but if it's because
Asempa FM,
what's going to be the rivalry again? What you say? So I think Stonebwoy, I deeply feel like he was trying to put some rivalry again in it and some kind of conflict vibe so that Omufi or Krampa, the beef continues.
Still, I said that heat will still stay around.
They keep dropping songs and then people listen to it, listen to the lyrics, and the business goes on.
But don't say anybody being so when they say, I say, AI too much, I say, AI dangerous, AI personal.
And I say, Ashama for Nima for Shatta word is there, Stonebwoy word is there. Put it together. Now some go book no makasi aye back there na wo bem bi na ekoso. Ene se Ghana e do.
Na say yeah actually too much so we be na we na.
Yes. But if Stonebwoy is serious about what he's saying, then I think that's a personal thing that he has to.
So that is Boje's take on the rivalry between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy, and we all have our different perspectives and opinions when it comes to this issue, but they are the only two people who understand themselves, right, and where they stand in this whole situation. But that will be all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong. Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the WoezorTV Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The WoezorTV Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the WoezorTV Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.woezorbusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555.
Next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke. Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong. Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
All right, viewers, thank you for still staying with us here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Ewura Adams Kareem. As I mentioned earlier on the show this morning, we will be engaging some executives of the Gonjaland Youth Association. We're discussing the 50th anniversary celebrations, the Golden Jubilee of the Gonjaland Youth Association. Indeed, for a lot of you who are history students or people who follow history, I'm sure you might have heard about the Gonja Kingdom. You might have heard about Ndewura Jakpa, Sumaila Ndewura Jakpa, as the name is. He's the founder of the Gonja Kingdom. I'm sure you might also have heard that Gonjas are part of the original settlers in Ghana. We are Gwans. And so every year we celebrate a Gonjaland Youth Association in different parts of the Gonjaland. This year is the 50th anniversary celebration, and I have the executives here who will bring us up to speed with what they have planned for the celebration this year. But as custom demands, our overlord, Yagbora, is watching us this morning, and it's only prudent and necessary that we pay homage to him even before we kickstart the conversation. Kumuso Anyanchoro Jira Yagbora be one to Joshua. Small Mufti. Men, Tamai can suffer.
All right. So I think my brother has mentioned it. We just want to avoid any customary blunder.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can't buy cattle.
No. And so as custom demands, we just need to
lie prostrate.
I think we'll tilt towards our left. Okay. That is what we need to do. Child, you are a prince from Quimby. Huh? You are a prince from Quimby. Jira. Anechro. I'm the Kulkono. Kulondaro Chipurare. Namlo for Fulubeshe. And you're being Plekman for Pensani Kono Namlaga. Asam Kusho.
Okay.
Right.
So what you've just witnessed is the customary greeting. That is how Gonjas pay homage to our king. The males would usually lie on the left hand side and make sure that their head touches the ground. The females would lie on the left. I can give a little background explanation to why that is done. Of course, usually in the times of battle, the men would usually keep their swords, to the right. So when they lie on the left and anybody attacks, they can easily, withdraw their swords and defend themselves. And so that is why that is done. But Mufti, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Mufti is the present General Secretary of the Gonjaland Youth Association of Ghana. And we also have lawyer Nashiru Yusuf. He is the former Greater Accra chairman of the Gonjaland Youth Association of Ghana, and they've joined us here this morning to discuss the Gonjaland Youth Association at 50. Thank you so much for coming. You're welcome.
Right. Thank you, Eura, for having us this morning.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
And thanks for all you have been doing for Kibanya.
We did
at no fee.
I'll send you a bill.
Right, but it's great to be here. And then it's great to be sharing a platform with my brother. Yes, Lawyer Nash, we appreciate your presence too as well, because I got in touch on a very short notice, and he showed up, and that is the spirit of Kibanya.
Absolutely.
You have to always show up.
Absolutely.
When the call comes. What happens usually is that you do the greetings at the end, but sometimes there's this time factor.
Absolutely.
That requires that we do some of these greetings from the start.
Yeah.
We are hosting the 50th anniversary in the Central Gonja district.
Okay.
And that district is dynamic. We have about 5 paramount chiefs.
Okay.
In that district.
Wow.
Yeah, so the DC usually and the MP in that constituency, they usually have a lot of paramount chiefs to deal with. Yeah, so we will greet Yeram Tuluewura, Koso Ogowura, the Browura, and then His Excellency the Mankwangwura, and then the Vice President of the National House of Chiefs.
Okay.
In the whole country, the Vice President of the National House of Chiefs is currently in Gonjaland.
Okay.
And the chief of Bupe.
Yeah.
That's the host community.
Awesome.
So Bupeura Abdullah Janapo II for Kuchurunde Eura. He's working closely with all other chiefs, the paramount chiefs in the area, to ensure this Congress goes very well.
Awesome.
All right. So that's just by the way. And to my president, your uncle.
Yes.
You should be doing that. All right. So that is it. We appreciate you for having us.
Great. Let me come to Lawyer National. He's a former chairman, so what it means is that he's been in the space for a bit. So maybe let's walk down memory lane a bit. Let's talk about GLIA. I mean, what is GLIA? What does it stand for? What does it stand to achieve as an association?
When we talk about GLIA, for me, GLIA is one of the best things that happened to Kibanya.
Okay.
Because when you look at Gonja as a kingdom, you have the leaders who are the elders. And naturally, the elders tend to be more patient, more pragmatic, and more tolerant when it comes to social, political, economic issues.
Yeah.
Now, that's where GLIA comes in.
Okay.
As a vibrant and if you like it, a more militant organization.
Okay.
Putting pressure on the leadership. When we talk about the leadership, we are talking about the local government, the traditional authority, and the politicians in the area.
Okay.
If Goliath does not come in, then the leadership become docile. They bring in the spirit, the youthful exuberance to ensure that infrastructure development takes place.
Okay.
So Goliath is a very important tool when it comes to development and politics.
Awesome.
As far as Gonja Kingdom is concerned.
Awesome.
Yes.
I mean, you have branches scattered all over.
Yeah, Eura, just to add to that,
sure.
I think the very principles that triggered the formation of this association, it considered the heterogeneous nature of our land.
Okay.
You know, the number of tribes we have set up, multi-ethnic groups, culturally diverse. And for an area like that, if you don't have, you know, a point that integrates
everybody,
all these people, you will always deal with issues. But even with that, you know, we are confronted with issues.
Of course, so many other issues.
We have issues of social cohesion. It's a major deal in Savannah, but it's not just within our enclave. It's common everywhere. Wherever you find different groups of people settled in one area. But we know that the reason many people are in Gonja land is because that land is endowed. The natural resources are there. You know, people are there for various economic reasons. And so they see there as their home. So it even traces it back to when it was formed. You know, when it started as Gonja Youth Association. That was in 1973. But 3 years later, in 1976, leadership saw that no. And when I talk about leadership, you know, before, when we were off here, I said the people of Pembi played pivotal role.
You mean my people?
Well, I see you are Pembi Bole. Yes, because I can mention names like the first president of the association is from Pembi. The late Kanya Asiora Suleiman Agado. You know, we have the likes of MND Jaola. They are all of blessed memory. And then Alaji Abu Jaja from Bole. He was also part of the pioneers. You can mention the names. It goes on and on and on. And so later, they named it the Gonjaland Youth Association. They amended it because we needed a rallying point. And Gonjaland Youth has played that role till date. And you know the advocacy role we play. We work closely with all stakeholders. Work with the government sector, the NGO sector, the private sector, just trying to ensure that, you know, the economic lives of our people, you know, get better. So, as lawyer rightly said, the best thing that has ever happened to Kubanya, and it's not surprising. You will bear with me that when it comes to influence, and you look at the stakeholder matrix in Gonja land, when you take out the Gonja State Council, we call it Gonja Traditional Council.
Gonja Traditional.
When you take out the Gonja State Council, I call it the Gonja State Council. Yes, when you take that authority out, in terms of matrix, I will tell you that the next in command, in terms of influence, is the Gonjaland Youth Association. There's no doubt about that. You will agree with me on this. And so it's not an ordinary association. And I'm not surprised we've come this far. It's 50 years. And we are going to celebrate it in grand style.
What's happening in this celebration of 50 years? Run us through. When is it starting? When is it ending? Where is it taking place? What are we expected to see? Who will be there? You know, all of those fine details.
Right. So the 50 years will have a whole lot of events marking it. You know, the association has a series of activities. We have quarterly activities as a central committee meeting. We have the general assembly meetings and all of that. But annually, we come together, like you said in your intro, we come together to celebrate. We come together to reflect, you know, consolidate all our gains, identify the gaps, and then propose some other alternatives on how we can get these gaps bridged. So it's one of those platforms. But this time in Bupe, we are looking at 5 decades of progress, and then empowering the Gonja land youth. We want the youth to take up leadership positions. We want them to be intentional about their growth. We want them to be very intentional about building some economic resilience. Is very important. We want them to explore, and we want to assure them that at every level the association will be there, to push whatever ambitions they have.
Awesome.
So what we are going to do in Bupe basically, and that is why we are creating an avenue for all manner of people to be in Bupe. So the person you have been watching on TV or you have admired from afar, that you wish to get closer to, that you see as a mentor, the Congress in Bupe will create the opportunity for you to meet that person, establish that rapport, and build your career from there. Because it's all about building the next generation to better the lives of our people. So what will happen in Bupe will be cultural activities. Yes, we have lots and lots of them.
A lot of Damba dance.
A lot of Damba dance.
That's right.
And like I mentioned earlier, because we are culturally diverse, the tribes around the Bupe area. So when you go to your area in Pembi, we have the Kunkombes, we have so in Bupe we have the Ewes, we have the Gumes. So those people settled around that area will help the Gunjas to entertain our people. And I'm told cultural troops across Gonjaland will be involved in a competition.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
There is a solid one coming from Quendi.
Okay.
But challenge.
No, we are always the best.
We did.
No, when it comes to that one, my mother will not be happy watching me.
You know that thing. So, and then we will have there's this part I'm so much interested in, and that is a competition to test how best our ladies, the young women, can still cook the local.
So there will be a cooking competition.
Yes, indigenous food
with shea butter.
Yes,
that's right.
Those things, Futu, Tubeni.
Yeah, my mother cooks the best Tubeni.
You see. Yeah. So we still want to see if our young ladies can still cook all of this. We'll have artist nights, local content. We are using our artists to ensure that we entertain the crowd.
Awesome.
All true. But we are supposed to arrive on Thursday.
Yeah.
And when we arrive on Thursday, the next morning, that will be on Friday, we are supposed to customarily report to the chief. When you enter every community and you don't report to the chief, what it means is that you haven't entered the community. So we will report on Friday morning to Bupeoria's palace. And I believe by then all those paramount chiefs I mentioned earlier will be with him in his palace to receive the members. Exactly. And then later in the evening, just the whole day has quite a number of activities. The king, the founder of the kingdom, was buried in Bupedra.
Yes.
Exactly. We will visit that mausoleum. And then later in the evening, we'll have a series of activities. There's a beauty pageant. So to those of you who are looking out for very beautiful Gonja ladies to marry, that is a platform to come and then make a decision.
That's right.
And so the next day, Saturday, several activities, but the major one I'll mention is the General Assembly meeting. We will take very, decisive decisions there at the General Assembly. Then on Sunday, the president of this country, who is also a member of the association, will appear or will grace the occasion. He's the guest of honor for the Grand Durbar. I know maybe lawyer will have one or two things to add to this.
Okay. Talking about the beginning of Gonjaland Youth Association 50 years ago, it was a dream of the youth to come in as a force when it comes to socio-cultural development. Now, when Gonjaland Youth came, one of the most important objectives that the founders set as a goal was to ensure that eventually we have a region to ourselves.
Absolutely.
And then, like Mufti said, the constitution had been overhauled a number of times. And at a point, they realized that no, when you call it Gunja youth, it tends to speak of only Gunjas, meaning you are embracing only Gunjas. So they made it Gunja land youth. So that is to say that every tribe, once you found yourself in Gunja land, then automatically you are a member.
Awesome.
See, so that was how the constitution was.
Absolutely.
Personally, I happen to be the chairman of the Constitution and Judicial Committee for a very long time. And we have had a lot of consultations when it comes to issues of this nature. You know, and for me, 50th anniversary, meaning we have achieved 50 years. And even as a human being, if you achieve 50 years, that is when you begin to do your cost accounting, your reconciliation, to see the achievements so far, and then how to move forward. Now, for me, the choice of BP as the venue for the 50th anniversary is very strategic, because even though Damongo is the capital of the Savannah region, but BP happened to be the hub of industries. It's an industrial hub of the Savannah region. That's where you have a lot of industries. And come to think of it, is the garden city. We call the garden city of Savannah region. We have one of the most vibrant markets in BP. And then that is where the Volta River comes in. Now it is the link between the far north and then the south. So choosing that place as the venue for the 50th anniversary is very strategic. Now every goat, every cow, every fowl, if you want a good market, then you come to BP. So it is a place where people will converge, and then people will embrace a lot of opportunities when it comes to commercial activities and then development.
Awesome. We have just 2 minutes to wrap up because we have another conversation lined up. But why must we be in BP? Whether I'm Gunja or not Gunja. Sell the 50th anniversary to me. Why should I come?
You must be in Bupe to connect with people. You know, in life, I keep saying it all the time. It's all about growth. You need to move. Even, you know, your body tells you that you need to move, because every year you will experience some changes. So that means that personally you have to work towards your personal growth. So be in Bupe to at least network with people. And that has been the issue with the youth in Bupe. You understand? We don't want to make that extra effort to link up with people we believe could help us get to that level we want to get to. So we are encouraging everyone to come. Now to non-Gunjas, I will always speak to the private sector. There's a need to come and invest. We have a lot in Gunja land, and there will be exhibition programs where we'll be telling you a lot more. If you are a miner, the best place to look for a concession and mine is Gunja land. If you are a farmer, we have viable land, arable land available for all sort of farming activities. You can name them. The black Volta and the white Volta all runs through, you know, the Japa land.
The Dakar.
So everything is there. So I'm speaking to the private sector, and our terms are very soft. Once you are coming to invest, and your investment will turn the lives of the people around financially, we will give you very soft terms for you to come and then invest. So we are calling everyone to come to Bupe and then come and have a new experience. This is a different Congress that has never happened in the history of the Gonjaland Youth Association. But quickly, please let me acknowledge some people. I really want to acknowledge the efforts of our president. He has led well. This is his first Congress. Mr. Alhassan Babadaris and all his executives are doing very well. Like I said, Bupewa is coordinating very well with other paramount chiefs to ensure they deliver. And I want to also thank the MP of the area, Dr. John Jinapo. He's doing so well with his hard-working DC, Honorable Fuseni Mahama, and the regional minister, Honorable Salisu Biawe. Thanks for your support. Everybody is doing their best to ensure this thing rules out well. All other MPs, MP for Bole, Honorable Alhaji Dr. Yusuf, Ori.
That's right.
He's doing well. He's supporting, and then when you start mentioning names, then others feel left out. But I think whoever is playing any role at any level in any way, we appreciate your support.
Great. Francis, do you want to add anything before we go?
For me, I naturally will want to greet again, even though we have done the traditional greeting, we have paid homage to the King and Overlord and the President of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, Yabomura Bikunuto Jeusole the First. And then I will have to also greet the host of this year's 50th anniversary, who is the president, or rather the vice president of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, and then the chairman of BP Traditional Council, and also the first ever vice president of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, in the person of Bipura Abdullah Jinapor II.
That's the National House of Chiefs.
Yes, I mentioned the national. He is the first ever president of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs. The first. The first vice president of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs.
That's right.
And then the current vice president of the National House of Chiefs. That's Bipura Abdullah Jinapor II. Development-oriented leader, very dynamic. I've always said that he has brought some pomp and pageantry to traditional leadership in the north.
He knows he knows how to chop chieftaincy. He knows how to chop chieftaincy.
He's going to host us. And then I believe he's watching us. He'll be preparing the usual kebabs.
That's right.
We are coming to to chop kebabs in BP.
Great.
So Gerard, I'm greeting.
Thank you. Great. Awesome. So viewers, there you have it. Lawyer Nashiru Yusuf Isahaku is a former Greater Accra chairman of the Gonjaland Youth Association, and of course Bore Jimpur Muftau, we call him Mufti, is the President General Secretary of the Gonjaland Youth Association. I've been fortunate to be the Master of Ceremony for 3 years running. This year we'll be there again in BP, and hopefully we'll bring you some footages from there as well. But thank you so much for making time at Sankushunganya. Turakumso Kagbanyaki Kemfekeni Anyamba Jomani BP from the 2nd to the 5th of April 2025. Moment and celebrate Anyabo 50th anniversary. So viewers, Carry Now Your Kote brings you another conversation on let me get the right topic. It's a very interesting one. Rethinking prevention through an architectural lens. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation, with special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwewu Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke. Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you. It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong. Talk to someone.
Talk to someone. It's how things get better.
Welcome back to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe, and yeah, we're back for our main conversation as intimated earlier by Ewura Adams Karim. Yeah, special thanks to him and Bagwina Santua and Godfred Amoafu for bringing us the sports and entertainment updates respectively. Well, let's get into our main conversation for today. He said earlier that it's something that will be of interest to you, and believe you me, you really need this information. It's quite unfortunate you are bringing it at a time where there had to be a tragedy before we bring you this conversation, but all in all, it will save us the next and the next and the next many other tragedies, right? We are looking at the Newtown tragedy, rethinking prevention through the expect lens, or through the architectural lens, whichever way you want to say it here. And I mean, we all heard on Sunday the unfortunate incidents that happened at the experimental primary school in Accra, Newtown, where an old building collapsed on some people having church service there, which has led to the loss of 3 lives and several others injured. Yesterday, the Vice President of the Republic visited them in their respective hospitals, and from reports even yesterday from the Ghana National Fire Service, many of them are responding to treatment and are doing well in their respective hospitals. But let's get to talk about the conversation properly today. From the expert lens, was this one a preventable one? Is this coming from, should we blame the experts? Is it a structural thing? What exactly is it about? Is it something of the systems that we find ourselves in, that we do not follow procedures and processes when it comes to raising or erecting buildings up in our country and all? This morning I've been joined here by 2 amazing men who are doing very great. They are experts at what they do. I have here architect Yao Ofusukwachi. He is an architect and partner with the Architecture Alliance. And yeah, if you're an ardent viewer of the Breakfast Cafe, you know Architecture Alliance is not a stranger to our screens. And also our lawyer Raymond Donyo. He is a surveyor and a lawyer too, and is also a partner with the Architecture Alliance. Lawyer Donyo has some great portfolio. I'll give you all that before we end the conversation here today. But good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great having you here today.
Thank you for hosting
Good to be
us.
here.
My pleasure. Well, let's get into the conversation. For what happened on Sunday, as a country, maybe, okay, so from the expert lens, what has been your perspective on this? I'm going to take your views each. So let me start with architects here.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'd like to say my sincere condolence to all the bereaved families for the unfortunate incident that happened just this Sunday. Right. May their gentle soul rest in perfect peace. It's rather unfortunate that every year we seem to encounter similar cases of such nature. Yeah. 2024, there were a number of residential projects that occurred in such nature. 2025, Roman Ridge, similar case as well, where even 14 workers were injured. Just this Sunday, 2026, similar cases has also equally occurred. All these things seem to occur simply because of the lack of enforcement of the law. So in Ghana, we have mandated bodies and regulatory bodies that are supposed to ensure that these things happen. But rather unfortunately that most of the time they are not, the laws are not really enforced. They don't really check up on the project usually when that happens. For the project that occurred just recently, according to the news, it had been in existence for 14 years, and it had even been earmarked for demolition. Right. From my architectural standpoint, or my point of view, the municipal assembly was supposed to ensure that such projects were supposed to be barricaded. They were supposed to be hoarded and prevent people from using it. The project was being used for church activities, which under normal circumstances, according to the National Building Regulation, which is the LI 1630, any project that has been in existence for over 10 years, uncompleted, are supposed not to be used. They are rendered unusable and a threat to human, rendered threats to humans. So under normal circumstances, the municipal assembly should have been responsible. In fact, they are responsible, and they're supposed to ensure that that shouldn't have happened. Right. So that was my take on that issue.
Thank you very much. Lawyer, let's hear from you too.
I join my colleague to express my condolence to the bereaved family and all who have been affected one way or the other. But this should be the refrain year after year. And why are we here? A number of factors collided together. From where I sit, it is a system failure. Because it starts from how we procure projects in this country. If the right modalities were followed and the law was followed in the procurement of this particular structure or project, there was no way we'll be here. Right. Because the law is very clear for covered entities when they are procuring projects. In this case, my suspicion is that it will be GS because it's within a school premises. Yeah. That is my thinking. And it is very clear what GS has to do if it's procuring any kind of infrastructure. The procurement process, it has to go through the kind of expertise that needs to be procured for the project. Right. I believe that if there were competent architects, structural engineers, competent contractors who are properly licensed or certified by the Works and Housing involved in this project, we won't have a project like this in the first place to begin with. I think
for a government's project like that, they have all these people lined up.
It would be very strange that structural engineers procured for this project to supervise the project, design the project, and contractors who have properly been licensed with the right personnel, equipment holding, and others to be involved in this project, for us to have a project that physically, just looking at it, doesn't look like something that has been properly designed structurally for use in the first place. Now that has been put there, even before it got put there, there are other institutions that were supposed to approve and provide permits, like the assembly. Right. Okay, so they should have been building inspectors that approved, and when the works were going on, should have come to the site to look at what was going on and things like that. Now it has happened. It just sits within a particular district assembly. Okay, somebody's job, district planning committee job, to go around to inspect the planning development within the vicinity and the safety issues. All right. Yeah. So for us to stay there for 14 years, it is somebody's job to identify some of these things and to decide what needs to be done about it.
Very true.
And so these are systemic failures at each level, from procurement to permit approvals, inspection, and what people's job is in terms of keeping the environment safe.
Right. So from what you said, what are some of the likely red flags that may have been ignored with this project especially? So the reportage shows that, I mean, people have seen the structure for years and have had concerns. Right. The assembly themselves admit that they thought it was not fit for purpose and they wanted to, but see, if it's not fit for purpose and you really wanted to ensure that people are safe, you barricade. You make sure there's no access to the place. Right. You take active. In fact, the law even stipulates that you know, because people will do what they have to do. True. Right. And so the person whose responsibility or has authority over the structure must take responsibility in ensuring that it's not used. So it is not enough to say, oh, we want somebody not to use it, or we arrested somebody. No. You were supposed to ensure nobody goes near it. Cordon of hoarded until you do what needs to be done with it. Okay. So definitely the force squarely on the authorities. In this case, the assembly.
Municipal assembly.
Yes.
To be precise.
Yes.
Want to add anything to it?
Yes. So just like you said, you know, the assembly is mandated to be doing regular checks, regular site inspections. Okay. As part of the conditions for permit, they're supposed to be checking it periodically. So assuming maybe the project has reached its foundation stage, they're supposed to come, check, and then give approval before you move to the ground floor. Okay. Check, give approval all the way to the finishing stage. And even before you use it, there's a certification of habitation that is issued. But because they do not come regularly, the contractors or whoever is handling the project is left at their own fate to do whatever they want. So when such situations occur, the building fails. So that is what I would like to add to what my brother said. Okay, but when you say that, you know, for people who live in like new sites, you realize that sometimes you take a walk through the neighborhood and you find some uncompleted buildings with writings, stop work and produce permits. So that is what the assembly is supposed to do? Yeah. Exactly. That is their mandate. Yeah. So you see, the assembly has a lot of rules that they play, right? Yeah. They issue the building permit. Okay. So assuming you want to put up a building, you go to them, you submit your drawings, and then they would have to check. Unfortunately, that is where the whole issue begins, because once the architectural and the structural drawings are submitted, they don't properly scrutinize it and properly check. Then they give the approval. Another issue usually occurs is the periodical checks that my brother just mentioned. Right. So when all these things are being put in place, of course the building failure wouldn't occur. Another thing too I would also like to add is the fact that there are no professionals usually on site. Right. To be, like when I say professional, I mean consultants, to be checking up on the project on behalf of the client. According to our Ministry of Works and Housing Policies, you are required to have at least a clerk of works on site to be able to ensure that everything that is going on ground is conforming to the design. Right. So these are some of the minor issues that we are currently facing in the industry that is causing this whole issue of building collapse in Ghana. Okay, but again, somebody will be of the view that I want to get a building permit from the assembly. I have submitted my structural drawings, whatever I need to submit. But the frustration there is too much. The go and come corner Brian but it's too much from the assembly. And so I'll go ahead and then put up my building anyways. What do you have to say to that too? So initially it was they used to have a 60-day before you issue you a permit. Okay. But I learned they're working on it, or I don't know how far with that. They've reduced it to 30 days. Okay. You know, usually when you are going for a permit, they need to sit down as a board. Okay. And then scrutinize the project. But it's rather unfortunate that in our system or where we find ourselves, because of land litigations, and then people really need to put something on ground, people tend to forfeit the permitting aspect and then go on and begin to start a construction. But under normal circumstance, if rules were working and laws were working, they are supposed to get the permit before they start. So that is the time frame they are currently working on. They're trying to reduce the time frame so that people are able to get their certificates very early.
Right.
As at now, I know it's being worked on 30 days. They're currently working on to issue a permit within 30-day frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, let me come to Lawyer Donio. Again on Sunday, we didn't only record the collapse of the building just at Accra Newtown. Another house around Wager also went down.
I see.
Right. In this case, from where you sit, I mean, you are a surveyor, and then you guys get to see a lot of the beginning stage, even likewise the architect.
Yeah.
What are some of the mistakes that could go wrong from the very beginning that will lead to some of these coming down, the collapse of the buildings in the long term?
Okay, very, very good question. So, for any kind of project, the Bible says that if you want to engage on any development or building, you have to sit down and plan. Okay, so planning is key. And so for any infrastructure project, especially major ones like this, the preparatory stage that feeds into the design stage is very important. There are some mandated investigations and reports that needs to be done.
Okay.
So one is a geotechnical report, where you study the grounds on which you're going to set your infrastructure or building, and so that should fit into the design of what it is that you want to put there. Okay, the choice of foundation, for example. Okay, in school we learned about power foundations, route foundations. Yes. Depending on.
My mother would do and go and call a draftsman and say, "Oh, Fablog CSA, Fablog 6."
Yes,
that is a problem.
Sometimes the clients themselves are the problem.
Oh.
Sometimes they want to cut corners.
You need to bring in the experts so that they do the proper checks for you.
Right.
I mean, we know that budgets can be tight and all that, but we need to balance that with bringing in people who have gone to school and have the expertise to deliver on specific projects, especially when they are not simple projects, like in the case of the Newtown situation. It's a school. It's a big project, 4-story. Okay, so those checks needs to be done, and together with the designs, together with everything that is relevant to the project, submitted to the assembly. Right, and assembly has to do their own analysis and do their own confirmations of these designs, reports and studies to confirm that, listen, if per this design and per this type of soil, this the choice of foundation will work.
Okay.
Right? The thickness of the columns, as we put it, which we call the load bearing members, or which carry the load to the ground, can withstand weather. And incremental weather, like it rained and then it caused that. The reinforcement, that is the metal that we put in there, must be of certain design quality to hold the structure together. So if all these were properly considered and had gone into the design, there was no way that even after 14 years it would collapse just because it stood there.
Wow.
Yes.
So viewers, I just hope you are learning a lot, but this is just an eye opener for me.
Right.
Like types of foundation. Hey, somebody should call my mother for me. But you see on the call is talking to the mail, say, "Oh, blocks, motion is 6."
That is a wrong approach. That is a wrong approach.
Honestly, so does this find itself? This also find itself into site suitability checks?
Absolutely, that is exactly what you've described. Site suitability checks.
So that is what we call.
That is the geotechnical investigations. Maybe it's a waterlogged area. So you are looking, and then you want to do a 10-story. Okay, definitely there'll be a problem. So, for example, you may choose to do a pile foundation. What you do with the pile foundation is that you pile it. The idea is that you hammer it into the earth until it sits on a rock or a solid foundation in there.
So you see, that's what informs what type of foundation
to use.
Okay.
You see, there are certain things. It's not always about the design or always about the execution. Always, there are certain things you also have consider.
Right.
The analysis, structural analysis, that structural engineer also has to analyze whatever he's doing. He has to write a report as well. And then what he also said, the technical report, it is basically doing a soil test to know the type of soil, the bearing capacity, and then to also determine the type of foundation that needs to be done. So
in fact, what goes beneath is more important than what goes up.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So the other external factors that can contribute indirectly, you might not see it on the surface, but they might contribute indirectly to the collapse of the building. Yes.
When you say what goes beneath is more important than what goes up.
Yes.
This made me, it just reminded me of one politician one time who said that when the fundamentals are weak.
I believe he's right.
So if you are going out there to build, just know that when the fundamentals are weak, the rains will expose you. But anyways, so let's look at this particular tragedy again. Can we say that it is, who do we blame first of? Is it technical failure? Is it regulatory failure?
Well, I would say it's a collaborative failure.
Okay.
So I think my brother mentioned earlier from the start that there was a procurement. If the procurement wasn't done right, when I say procurement, I mean how the means as to which they got the contractor, the means, or the consultants, how they made the payments, all these things. If they were not done right, of course, there won't be people on site to be checking up on the project.
Yeah.
That is one side of it. And then aside from that, of course, the drawings also come into play. The people who need to scrutinize the drawings, which is the municipal assembly also are supposed to be blamed for this. Because that is one of their major mandates, to check and make sure that whatever they're about to put on ground is being approved. And not only approved on the drawing, but approved at every stage, periodically. So, of course, there are other policies that the Ministry of the Works and Housing are also made, that you have to get consultants on site to be part of the whole project, and then, accountability aspect as well. So it is a collaborative thing. You can't say it is this or that, but of course, the Municipal Assembly holds the heavy mandate to ensure all these things.
So in this case, is there any penalty for such negligence?
Yes, there are penalties.
Walk me through the penalty. I'll come to you, and then I'll come to London.
Okay.
So yes, that.
So I think he's going to touch more about the legal aspect, but from the architectural point, there are penalties in terms of fines.
Right.
He probably mentioned the penalty units, and then in terms of, there are also jail terms you can serve. In this case where lives have been lost, they would come for you. There has to be a level of accountability. So there's a fine aspect, and also there's a jail term. So these are certain penalties or certain measures or measures that have been put in place just to be able to penalize the culprit. So,
I don't know. Please walk us through. What does the law say?
The law says that when you are criminally negligent, okay, in your duty to do something, you can be liable for criminal liability. Okay, this is what she mentioned. But largely, civil liability, and also your professional, it can amount to professional misconduct in terms of your license to be able to continue to practice your particular profession. So all these consequences are there. Negligence is a legal construct. The fact that you owe a duty of care to others in the delivery of your job or your profession. And if there are standards, okay, and for each of our institutions that we belong to, I belong to the Ghana Institute of Surveyors, it belongs to the Ghana Institute of Architects, the Ghana Institute of Engineering, and other allied institutions like that. We all have standards specified by our institutions as to what the performance should be or is required. Now, if you perform below par, leading to a loss, injury, as happened in this case, there must be consequences. Okay, and the consequences will come both from your own institution, who is subject to some disciplinary proceedings, and for you to suffer various consequences. I was looking at the Ghana Institute of Architects regulations this morning. They can suspend your license for some time. You know, and, or even definitely if they think it's that grave. Yes, you know, And there's also legal liability where the victims, for example, can take action and sue, all right, for compensation or damages for the negligent, actions of those involved. But in all this, we are assuming that competent, licensed, technical people were involved. Okay. The other responsibility goes to the institutions, the assembly. We keep mentioning them because we have to mention them. It is within their jurisdiction. In fact, when I checked the law this morning, the Local Government Act in Section 90 where there's a district planning committee that deals with any development within the district. First, they must put their own plan together, and any development that comes up must be checked and approved by them. And there must be a continuous inspection of those. And it even requires that the district planning committee of every district must have bylaws and regulations guarding construction within that jurisdiction. I wonder if our assemblies have things like that and are actually using it to guide what happens within the district. So there's a lot of issues. For a particular project like the Newtown one, EPA is involved.
Okay, how do they get in?
It's about environment.
Yes.
And it's not a simple structure. Okay, maybe residential, no, but for a school complex, hospitals, stadia, big project like that, EPA is involved. They're supposed to also do their checks, get their approvals, you need to get permits from EPA. The question is, was EPA permit procured for this? Was EPA involved and checking to see whether the environment is safe for everybody else? But I hear it was a school. This could have been worse,
Very.
This could have been worse. So
imagine it happened on a weekday.
Yes. So
exactly.
As for responsibilities and liabilities, it will be shared, and everybody will get one.
Are you sure it's going to be shared? Because the Newtown case is one. We've seen what happened at airports last year. Years ago, we saw what happened with the Melcombe building.
Yes.
Few years ago, along the Kokrobite stretch, there was another church that came down there. Over the years, we've seen a lot of buildings going down, and we come and sit down and talk about it like this, and we used to be blamed assembly, and then it goes. Are you sure this thing is being shared?
No, it's not being shared. It's the reason why it keeps happening. If for once government puts its foot down and the laws are applied and the chips fall where they may, people who are responsible are punished appropriately, it will stop.
You want to add anything?
No, he said it all. I mean, if the punishment, if there's a strict punishment, people are going to jail for it, it will deter others. It's because at the end of the day, it just falls out and then you don't hear anything. And then if people are punished, if people are made to pay a fine, if there are evidence, if people go to jail, then anyone who decides to do that will now have second thoughts. So all these things are what I will side with my brother. It's more about the enforcement. It's more about the enforcement. And
if I may add, I mean, Malcolm was a very, very big disaster. It was carried internationally. BBC and everybody was here in Ghana to cover it. As I sit here, I'm sure some committees were formed to study and all that. But I'm not aware of the report. I'm not aware of what has happened, or what steps government took to punish people who may have been culpable or anything. All we knew was that the place was rebuilt and life went on. It is that attitude that is killing us. All right? And I'm afraid to say that if we carry on like this, we should expect to see a lot more of these things going forward.
Every year.
And that's not good enough. We are not doing good for ourselves.
Very true.
Because there are experts in the country. We have trained people who know what to do. Okay, so the system must work to allow people to do the right thing. And when people fall short of the standards, the consequences must attend to it.
And again, in the system working, somebody will also sit and say, well, an architect has been there. Maybe he or she is not with any recognized firm as a freelance architect. Let's just see, right? And then this fellow comes to you. Oh, there's a project you want to undertake in the assembly, and we want you to come and then be on board, consult, or we need your technical advice on it. Now they get a lot of people who actually know what to do on the grounds. But again, this person that brings the work tells you, okay, you're going to give me 50% of the said amount, the budgeted amount. And then you, the professional, will be left with the rest of the 50. And you have to maneuver your way to put the building up, erect the building, because this is what you are left with. Mind you, you are at home. We need Nasu. And this work, somebody will say, right? And so you want to pick it, you want to take up that job because yeah, you need the money. But this is another person coming and say, okay, I need a 50% out of the set budget. I'm going to give it to the person. Fine, maybe you give it to the person. Now you're left with 50%. And we find a lot of people, contractors, professionals who are into the build industry, encountering most of these things. Do you think it's also one factor that is influencing the collapse of buildings around?
It is a factor. You just described corruption.
Corruption, yeah, exactly. I just described corruption because
it is a factor.
Right.
So do you want to come in?
Yeah, I want to come. So when it happens like that, right, automatically it means that he has to cut corners to complete the project.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yes, it will cause the building to fail because number one, the drawings that were specified, the details that were specified in the architectural, structural, meaning that he can't follow it if he wants to go with a 50% budget. So yes, he's going to cut corners, which cutting corners also comes with its own consequences. So it's a contributing factor. I won't say that is the main factor, but it's a contributing factor to a building collapse. So yeah.
Okay, lawyer, do you know the same?
Yeah, so it is a factor.
Right.
My main background is from the road construction industry. I work at the Department of Urban Roads as a QS before I went back to law school. And so you drive around, you see a road that was supposed to have been done last year, and the materials are coming off.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened? Most of it is due to some of these things, where the project itself was being developed under budget, because some part of the money went elsewhere, you know, and so it's not been built to specifications, and yet these were approved and certified and paid. All right.
Yeah.
We heard recently in Parliament at the Public Accounts Committee that there was certificate represented and there was no road attached. Like you can't trace it to any project. These things are the things that are killing us. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if for a professional worth their salt, and most architectural school is not easy, 6 years.
No.
Okay, just like law school, 6 years. For most of us who have gone through the mill to get our licenses, most people be very careful about what they approve, what they do, and things like that. So the freelance scenario that you give, okay, I am very sure that if a proper professional is brought onto a project that he would take, they would take all the precautions to ensure that at least the minimum standards are met.
Yeah.
That's my belief. Okay, it will be very rare to find a proper experienced, professional, who would really just cut corners to make profit. Because the consequence can be very dire.
Their license is also at stake, so they won't even risk it. Yeah.
What happens in practice is that a lot of the time they don't involve the key professionals. That's actually what happens. So these people have nothing to lose. And for the other, and you see, this is a very diffused sector, industry. You are very highly trained, educated people, not so trained, and then people who are not trained at all. So that is a mix of everything, and that becomes a problem. And so when the politics and the corruption and everything sort of mixes up, as my classmate would say, when you mix politics with with law, you get witchcraft. So you get witchcraft. That's what
Right. So let's look at this. Moving forward, for us not to experience another tragedy again. So I come to you, I come to you, lawyer. 3 things we can do to make sure that, as a country, 3 things we can adopt, revive, or we can do to make sure that some of these gaps are closed, so that moving on, we're not going to be experiencing such tragedies again.
Okay.
Let me start with you.
Okay. 3 major things that needs to be done. We have to allow the laws to work.
Right.
And so, at least to stop the hemorrhaging, this happening, people who are culpable, and people are culpable in this case.
Yeah.
And if we are willing, we can find them and punish them. That has to be done to serve as a deterrent to anybody involved in procurement, anybody involved in construction, anybody involved in delivering infrastructure, to know that if I don't meet the standards, there'll be consequences, truly. That's the first point of call. The second one is that our procurement must be allowed to work as well. All right? So that when government money is being engaged, or even private money is being engaged, the proper people are procured to do the work.
Right.
People who are qualified, licensed, certified to do the work. It also means that our licensing regimes at works and housing, roads and highways, and things like that must be re-looked at and make sure that it works, not just on paper. You know, I've been involved in evaluations. Somebody will bring their key personnel. You know the person doesn't work in the company, but they're using it to support the document, the procurement document, for it to pass. Yes. He doesn't have the equipment holding. We know that. So these are the practices that is killing us. Third, the collaboration between our institutions. So you find that everybody's doing their own thing. The assemblies, you see, there's a lot of responsibility for the assemblies. Major things, sanitation, buildings, transport, these are huge things. The question is, the assemblies as we have them, these days they've been cut out into pieces. The jokuku something, crow something, and all these things. Do they have the kind of expertise? Do they have architects? Do they have lawyers? Do they have surveyors? Do they have management people with the experience and the competence to deliver on these things that we expect from them? I'm not sure about that. So there's a structural issue about our system. The laws have been nicely framed and all that, but its implementation needs a certain caliber of expertise that needs to be attracted to the assemblies, well remunerated to work, to deliver. So these are the three areas that I would say we need relook.
Thank you.
Okay, so from my point of view, or from my professional perspective, I would say in the case of this building collapse, for instance, structural integrity test is very key, especially if you have started a project and you have abandoned it for a very long period and then you want to continue. You need to do a structural integrity test, because that would inform you the current state of the building, the current strength, if you'll be able to even still continue it for its previously supposed use or not. That is one key thing. Number two, I would say the assembly. My brother mentioned that, yes, are they having the capacity? Do they have the ability to be able to, you know, because they're embedded with a lot of responsibilities, the sanitation and whatsoever. But regardless, once it is your mandate, it is your mandate. You still have to push in and make sure that whatever drawings that is submitted is well scrutinized, is well checked. Because once you give that approval, you are some way, somehow liable. You are also inward responsible. And then the periodic checks is very, 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 very key. Because that is what allows people to do whatever they want on site. When there are no periodic checks, the mason will do whatever he wants. He will misinterpret a lot of things. And then when the building collapses, that is when they come in. But it will be too late by then. So I'll just say that assembly needs to enforce their part of their responsibility. And then the third is the involvement of professionals, just like you also mentioned. I'd just like to hit the nail on the head on that last point. Yes. It's very unfortunate that most of the time, most of the building collapse, 90 or 95% don't have professionals on site. Because under no circumstance should you have a civil engineer on site and then a licensed civil engineer who knows his license is at stake, would ensure or approve certain things. He won't do that. So I would advise that the Ministry of Works and Housing have that policy that you have to involve them during the construction stage, not only the design stage. So I advise that also will be really enforced. And also when the assembly comes, they also have to check to make sure that they have a clerk of works from the consultant side. So these are just the 3 points I would like to add to at this point.
Very well. I just hope the stakeholders involved are watching and will do some justice to
the point raised here, because enough of we come to sit here and be sharing condolences. We beg you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, before we wrap up, let me take your final words. Let me start with you.
I always say building is a long-term investment. All right. In as much as the municipal assembly has a role they play in ensuring it, you, the client, you are also supposed to do the right thing. You're supposed, the way you are, when you are buying a land, you do your checks to make sure that the land is genuine. That is the same way you can also do your checks on whoever you hire. You do your proper checks, because it's a long term. It is money. It is money you're putting in. So I always tell this: even though there are bodies that are there, the clients themselves, they have to make sure that if I'm hiring an architect, I have to check, make sure he belongs to a body, so that if anything happens, I know I can hold him accountable. Of course, I mean, the construction aspect as well. When you're also handling a project to a contractor, you have to make sure that at least he's also qualified with the equipment and all the things my brother also listed. Yeah. So these are things I would really like to direct towards the client, most especially. Because during construction, they don't like to involve the KOS, they like to calculate things on their own, and then, shortcut a lot of things. And then when the building fails, they are not able to do anything. So that is just my few words. They should just hire professionals.
Hire professionals. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, I would say that government needs to take the lead. And so the ministers responsible for the built environment, that for works and housing, roads, maybe transports, and all the allied areas, should know that there's a responsibility that we keep our environment safe.
Right.
Okay, in terms of the infrastructure that we deliver for our people. We can't keep killing our people through trying to serve them.
Yeah.
So a serious view had to be taken about how the various, and the local government of course, how government delivers its project, its procurement, the safety aspects of it. Okay, even climate issues these days.
Yeah, exactly.
All these are very, very key in terms of, so there has to be some urgency, not just a normal, laid back, something has to be done. The president himself, and as they say, when tragedy happens, we should use it it should count for something now.
Yeah.
Okay. At the next cabinet meeting, he has to task his ministers within that space to come up with some modality, some plan to stop these things from happening.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I think they need to involve the professionals, the professional bodies. I find, for whatever reason, that is just my opinion, our professional bodies are too laid back. Sort of engineering, sort of surveyors, they are laid back. They're just doing their job and that's it. They don't seem to be involved in national discourse or influencing issues that are going on. But it affects them on the daily and what they do. And so government needs to bring these people on board actively to help them formulate what they need to do. In any case, they are the same people who they work with in delivering these projects. So that as a nation, we are able to have some concrete ways that we can make things better and prevent these things from happening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And viewers, I know you've learned a lot. I mean, I really wish we could go on and on and on with this conversation, but it's been one sobering but very necessary conversation we should have in this time. And as we've heard from the conversation, tragedies like this cannot be blamed on just one person. They're a chain. So somebody who says it's a cartel, a lot of people. So a lot of people deciding to ignore the very things they're supposed to supervise, the very things they're supposed to evaluate. Then we find ourselves in situations like this years after the structure has been put up, with lives being lost. I just pray we do not have to encounter these situations like this again in our country. I know you've learned a lot too, and whenever you're going to have your next building project, you're going to look out for some of these things. Today I've learned something about structure integrity test, and I've also learned about types of foundations.
Yes.
I'm going to tell my mother to stop telling me to count 1, 2, 3, 6 blocks and fluids. So I just know that we've made your morning quite an educative one and an informative one. I was joined by Raymond Donyo, so lawyer Raymond Donyo. He is a managing partner of Ray Albert and Partners, a private law firm
specialized in PPP, infrastructure and engineering contracts and projects. And so you see, he did great justice to the things we're talking about. And it's also a partner with the Architecture Alliance. And also Yao Ofusukwache, he is an architect and an associate member of the Architecture Alliance. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. And so viewers, this is where we wrap up today's edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Thank you for staying with us from 7 up until now. Stay tuned on WoezorTV. Keep your dials here. Do not change because we have a lot more for you. And but it's a wrap for now on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Karen Naoyokote.
Like a mother's